do you pass up the opportunity to spit blood in Joan Baez's face? I've read Mark Twain. I've read Huckleberry Finn. I think I earned the right to go on the internet and see a guy get a chainsaw in the face. Dude, my dad was drunk and my mom was dealing with it. Guess what? I get raised by Cookie Monster. My cock looks like it's been in a hockey fleet. Time my stupidity. It's at the speed of goddamn light. I got a multiple clocks.
Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy podcast. Folks, it turns out it's a lot harder to change who you are 50 years into your life. You know, you wish you could. You think you could. Instead, you start going the other way. You start just sliding down the hill. Now, it's not going to be one of those shows where I sit here and I detail all of the things wrong with me. Because, oh my Christ, that would be a long show. You think I've done long shows in the past? If I start detailing all the things that are wrong with me, not that you don't already know, not that you don't already have a checklist, not that you don't already have a 40-year-old boy bingo card where you're just waiting for the free space to get filled. Although I guess the free space is already filled because it's a free space. Look, I'm not fucking old enough to know the goddamn rules of bingo just yet. So back the fuck off. Don't yell at me about my non-bingo knowledge. Or my lack of bingo knowledge. Or my bingo lack of knowledge. Or my lack of bingo. Or my knowledge of bingo lacking. Let's spin words around and have fun. There's a chance I might need a boss or a handler. There's a chance I might need somebody who can rope me into doing things. I'm bad. I'm nationwide. Well, that's what ZZ Top would say, but I'm bad. I'm bad. You know it. Shamon. That's what Michael Jackson would say. I'm a bad man. That's what Muhammad Ali would say, but not in this context. Because Muhammad Ali did his job. Michael Jackson did his job. He did a bunch of other fucking jobs he wasn't hired for, but still at the same fucking time. Now, look, I haven't seen the HBO thing yet, but there are people who are denying that he was guilty, which I love hearing. Do you know what I love to hear? Anybody defending a pedophile, please, by all means, step right up to the plate and tell me that guy didn't finger blast a kid. That's what I want to hear from you. Or tell me that if he did finger blast a kid, it's because he had a bad childhood himself, which led him to fucking insert a pinky into some kid's fucking ass. Good for you, man. That's exactly what you should be doing. That's the hill to die on. The hill that is just covering Michael Jackson and the Elephant Man's bones and the shame they took to the grave with both of them. Not that the Elephant Man was a kid diddler. I don't think he was. Is that a thing, kid diddler? Is that what it's supposed to be? I saw him with Kid Rock in the Kid v Kid tour. Oh my God, was that great. Fantastic to see the diddler and the Rock on stage together just going at it. I don't want to say the Rock because then you think of Dwayne Johnson. I don't want you to think that he's associated with Kid Diddler. Here's me talking a lot. See, this is the thing I told myself I couldn't do all week. And now here I am recording it on a Thursday when the show's supposed to be up on a goddamn Thursday. Because again, I need discipline. I need structure. I need somebody to come in here and whip me into goddamn shape. And you've heard this before. I don't know if it bores you. I don't know if you're just like, whatever the fuck. Because there is going to be that day where everybody gets tired of it. If they may have already come. You guys could be tired of it by this point. You just like, fuck. But I mean, if you're going to fucking bail on me after 11 years because the show's up 5 hours late, I'll be pissed. I won't lie to you. I think I deserve more than that. But then it's a problem. That leads to a lot of problems in all of my relationships where I think I deserve the benefit of the doubt and the other person absolutely does not feel that. The other person's just like, nope. That's not happening. And I'm like, well, don't you think that I should get a point for that? No, they don't think so. And then, and I don't know how to feel about that, quite frankly, because sometimes I'm like, yeah, I own all my stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. But then there's other times where I'm just like, yeah. So I don't know. Who knows? All I know is I'm bad. As I've mentioned before, I'm bad. You know it. But I can't turn this into a referendum or an exploratory spelunk into my goddamn brain because you guys already know what's in there. You know what resides within the walls of my skull. Why does my skull have walls? I partitioned it off. You ever go rent an apartment and they got that little thing where it's like got the fake. I've always loved that when they give you the map of the apartment you're going to rent with the measurements. It's like, ooh, and then there's like walls. It's a one-bedroom apartment. I mean, I unless I'm buying the carpet, I don't need to fucking know how fucking big the floor is and all that. It's a one-bedroom apartment. I live in a fucking ant farm. I live in a habit trail. I live in a fucking hamster wheel, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't need measurements. Nobody's like, ooh, that's quite a bit of depth for my fake dining room in my one-bedroom apartment. Nobody fucking cares. No one's doing that. Although in Naperville, when I lived there with the last place I lived with Karen, that might have been my favorite apartment that I've ever lived in. I mean, I like my apartment now, certainly, and certainly now with the green and the blue on the walls, it makes it look good. But when I lived in Naperville, Illinois, with my former wife, we had a place that was on Georgia Court. I was just going to say the number, but I won't. But it was on Georgia Court, and it was in a decent kind of out of the way spot, so it was real quiet. But also, we lived upstairs, and then we had an expansive dining room, living room area, and a decent sized kitchen. It was, wasn't anything to fucking scream about. No, although I don't know who has a kitchen you want to scream about. Oh, fuck that. Actually, I just stayed in Arizona at a house that has a kitchen you want to scream about. You know why? And I'll tell you in a second. But first of all, let's talk about my old place in Georgia, Court. But it had a decent-sized bedroom. But here's the thing. It had a walk-in closet. Oh, my fucking God, was the walk-in closet the best. See, walk-in closets, those are underrated. That's something I wish I had. And not just for clothing, but because you can hide in there. Oh, my God. You know the spying you can do in a walk-in closet? You can just walk in there and disappear from the earth. Now, I often do that in my own apartment. Just, you turn the blinds and nobody knows you're there. And then you're just this non-entity sitting there listening to everybody else live their lives, and you're, oh my God, I love it so much. I love ensconcing myself in my apartment and just listening to the outside action, listening to the fucking hustle and the bustle, listening to people walking and talking and enjoying their lives and standing in the sunlight while I sit in a mushroom-lit apartment trying to grow mold or something because it's all fucking dark. Oh, why do I parcel myself off from society? Not unlike the walls of my skull parcel off parts of my brain from one another because they don't want to talk. My brain's at odds. My brain's at odds with one another. So we gotta put the stem over here. We got the medulla over here with the oblongata and the fucking frontal lobe and all that stuff. We gotta move it all around. Can't have those parts of the brain hanging out with one another. They try to fucking yawn. They work independently of one another, so they don't want to be listening next to one another. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, hi. At least my voice sounds good today. I've recovered. I lost my voice in Arizona. I don't know what the fuck happened. I wasn't doing like a ton of yelling. It was the dry. The fucking, man, Arizona's a dry fucking state. And I don't mean for booze. I mean, it's just fucking... I had Stonehenge in my nose for 4 fucking days. It was ridiculous. I mean, I had to do that thing, like you're blowing your nose kind of constantly, but nothing's coming out because it's gripping the fucking cave walls of your nose and won't leave your goddamn head. So your sinuses just feel like a fucking Sahara. And you grab your sinuses, like the bridge of your nose, and you just like rub because you're trying to loosen things, the barnacles from the side of your goddamn fucking skull. It's terrible, terrible things. But I'm home now and I'm still feeling the effects of Arizona in my nose, certainly, and in the rest of me. But that's okay. I hid in my apartment. Here's what I did this week. I got home Monday, and got home it was like Monday evening, like 5 o'clock after my flight. Was it 5? Yeah, it was about 5 o'clock, 5:30. What if I need to break down every minute of what I've done? And you do that thing where you land and you try to get everything better and you sort out your laundry and you do that. So Tuesday, I'm like, all right, here we go. Tuesday kicks it off. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to fill the house with groceries because I have no food in my goddamn house and I'm trying to live like a normal person. I'm trying to live better. As you know, all the new pots, pans, instant pots I'm going to cook. And cooking is a big deal because I'll tell you, I cooked in Phoenix and we'll get to that in a few minutes. But, and I'll talk about the kitchen in Phoenix. I'll just do that so I don't forget. The reason that was a kitchen that you would really want to write home about or love or die for, whatever the fuck phrase I used, or cheer for, I don't know what the fuck I said. But there was a kitchen island, like a big fucking kitchen island in the front. Like the stove was just a stove, fridge, a decent amount of counter space, but it had a kitchen island, and the entire kitchen island was a cutting board. Dudes, do you know how fucking handy that is? Because normally they put marble and shit like that, and you're like, what are you doing, man? Am I going to fucking heat this marble up and make goddamn pancakes without a griddle? No, I'm not. I mean, there's no point in having the kitchen island look beautiful. Having it should be functional. So when it was a giant cutting board, so then I'm there and I'm chopping cucumbers while somebody else is chopping slicing salmon and shit. Like, dude, it was fucking awesome to have. It was a 4-man workstation on one giant cutting board. Because I mean, at my house right now, I have a freestanding cutting board that I can pull out whenever I need it. But also there's a cutting board that tucks into the cabinet. I guess it's the cabinet. The countertop, like there's a countertop, and then underneath the countertop, there's cabinets where you can store your pots and pans, and then the drawers where you pull out your spoons and shit. Well, there's a fucking cutting board that slides into its own slot. There you go. It's just a fucking slot, so you can pull that out. But then the thing is, it's kind of precarious because then it's hanging off, and it's like it's like trying to cut vegetables on a soft dick. You know what I mean? It's like the whole fucking thing can come down at any time. And please don't ask if I've ever cut vegetables on a soft dick. Now that I think about it, that's a pretty weird analogy. But but the cutting board hangs. You know what I mean? It comes out a little bit and it kind of slopes down. So I slice up some vegetables on a soft dick. I don't know if the other person's gonna be too happy about it, but I mean, but if it's got, you gotta have a lot of girth at that point. I mean, it doesn't give a fuck how long your cock is at that point. You gotta have a lot of girth if you want to slice vegetables on your soft cock. And I mean, he's got to be. Am I making dinner for the both of us? I mean, if he volunteers his wide cock for me to slice vegetables on, is he just over here? What is he just hanging out? Because that seems weird. You know what? I've never been that much in need of a cutting board that I asked a guy, hey, whip out your wide cock so I can slice some fucking carrots on it. And that guy's got to be brave as fuck because you got to really trust in my knife work because you don't want to get your foreskin chiffonaded. That would be a fucking disaster. Oh, man. If only I could name my fantasy baseball team the Chiffonaded Foreskins. I wish I could. It's too late in the game, though. Already the Vega brothers have taken the field because it is opening day now for baseball. Oh, the Chiffonaded Foreskins. See, this is the thing I doubted myself over all week. I was like, you can't do that thing anymore that you used to do where you talk a lot. And then here I am. I do the show and I come up with Chiffonaded Foreskins. Look at me, unearthing things from my partitioned off skull, my partitioned off fucking walls inside my brain. I went ahead and pulled out the fucking Chiffonaded Foreskins for your pleasure / wincing. You may have winced at Chiffonaded Foreskins. Or at the thought of me having a dinner party where I asked the guy to whip out his cock so I could cut some carrots on top of it. Who knows, man? But you don't know how I handle everything's over here when I have my fucking parties. I don't have any parties. I sit in my house that's fucking dark, alone by myself with the fucking blinds closed, and I hear people outside and I think I should engage. I should go out and check the mail. I don't check the mail for days at a time. There's something wrong with me, goddammit. Because I know that nothing's good. Nothing is coming in the mail. I'm not getting anything in the mail that I need. Just like when the phone rings, unless it's some name that I know, fuck you. Never. And now, with this fucking regime that we've got in the goddamn White House, they've just bitch slapped all of the regulations. So now every fucking telemarketer has my number again. What happened to that do not call list? It's fucking gone. Quit trying to sell me medical braces and walk-in showers and every other fucking goddamn thing and fucking copper pots and fucking bracelets that'll save my chi or whatever the fuck. Everybody, I know, and the only reason I know they're doing this is because with the iPhone, the people will sometimes leave a voicemail and it's a fucking recording. So you can read the transcription of the voicemail without, obviously I'm never going to fucking listen to the thing, but it's always like, call us today for your medical bracelet. We understand you're having problems walking. Would you like to have your chi adjusted? Well, fuck you. No. By stranger? And how the fuck do you know that I'm having trouble walking? Robot who called me in the middle of nowhere? Are your prying eyes inside one of the 14 computer monitors I now have in my house? And that's not even a fucking lie. I got 2 old iPods. I got my iPhone. I got 2 fucking monitors that I play games on. And I got my laptop. That's at least fucking 7. I got a TV screen that I'm sure somebody's peeking at me through. There's a microwave that looks at us. We learned about that last year. God damn, everybody's got their fucking eyes on me. You can't hide your prying eyes, and your smile hides a thin disguise. And fuck you, Lebowski. The Eagles are great. Fuck the dude. Fuck the dude. You heard it here first. Fuck the dude and the Chiffonaded Foreskins. That's a double feature I go ahead and pay to see. So the point is I don't again, it's that thing where I fucking get in my brain and I'm like, don't fucking do this. And I mean, I'm doing the streaming every week, which is totally fun. And I actually was looking forward to doing the streaming on Tuesday because I had been away from it for so long. I was off for like 5-6 days. And then I did it. It was fucking great. But then for some reason I finished streaming and then in my brain I'm like, go do a podcast. You can't do that anymore. Remember that thing you did for 11 years that everybody liked? They hate it now. I don't know who that guy is in my brain who tells me to fucking stop doing that, but he's there. He's still there. I try to fight him the fuck off. And I fought him off Tuesday and I'm like, well, I can still do the show on Wednesday. And then Wednesday came and then I was there and I fucking streamed live yesterday and I signed up because I knew I had to do a podcast. And then I had spaghetti and meatballs for dinner because I made meatballs in Arizona and I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. But I had spaghetti and meatballs, homemade spaghetti and meatballs, mind you. Not homemade spaghetti. What the fuck am I? A Chinese chef? The fuck am I? Some guy from Chinatown making noodles and spinning them around like a motherfucker? I'm not that guy. You ever see those guys make noodles by hand? Holy fuck, are those guys impressive. I don't even... Like, literally, you see the guy, he's probably like a 35-year-old guy, and he's in the window, and he's making fucking noodles. So you're like, this has been handed down from generation to fucking generation. Guys who make noodles by hand. And I don't know who has the patience, who has the wherewithal. I don't know anybody who would, because in my brain, I think, man, wouldn't it be cool to make sushi at home? Wouldn't it be fucking cool to make noodles at home? I can't. Who the fuck makes noodles anymore? Nobody. Get a robot. Get a fucking machine. Robots, hang up the phone. Hang up your fucking phone and make some noodles. Make your lives fucking matter to people. Nobody wants a fucking telephone robot. We want a noodle robot. Somebody get a noodle robot on the case. Have him out there fucking slinging around fucking vermicelli and angel hair and whatever the fuck. Dude, if I had a rigatoni robot, holy fuck. Are you kidding me? I would program it all day. I wouldn't even need it. I would have it just make piles of rigatoni that I could give to the homeless. And they'll have to find their own hot water, which if you've ever run into the homeless, you know is a problem all the way around. Perhaps I should make a hot water robot for the homeless and keep the rigatoni for me at my house. Dude. Yeah, the homeless need hot water. Folks, do me a favor. Get the homeless some hot water. Let's start a drive right now. Let's just give the homeless hot water. Even if it's a hot day and they're in the street corner and I have a cold bottle of water, I often think to myself, wouldn't you do better? I know you'll stay hydrated at this point, but wouldn't you feel a lot better if I gave you a bucket of hot water to dump over your head and just clean off the homeless grime? Don't you want to just clean off the streets? And I'm not talking about the band. Don't you want to just wash the streets right out of your fucking hair? Don't you want to wash this exhaust fume right out of your goddamn army jacket? You never served. You didn't serve, goddammit. If you did, I know that our high-quality Veterans Administration would take care of you, and there are many hospitals and centers where they go ahead and take care of the vets. Don't they do that? Didn't I hear that sort of thing? Again, I don't know. This fucking regime is on the backslide, man. They fucking take care of the vets like they take care of the fucking phone robots. They're out there fucking doing their job, and the vets aren't getting theirs done. You know what? Get that. Get homeless guys teamed up with fucking robots to give them showers. Fucking hot water robots, shower robots, or Veterans Administration robots. Although if you got fucking PTSD and you walk in there and fucking Rosie the robot rolls up on you and is like, hey man, let me see your balls to make sure you're healthy, you're gonna fucking spin kick that goddamn thing. I know I would, and I'm not even a vet. I don't even have fucking Iraqis running through my memories or goddamn Vietnam guys in their tunnels digging through my fucking brain as I try to sleep at goddamn night. But I can tell you this, just as a normal guy who's functioned in a regular world, quote unquote, I can tell you that right now, if a robot came up to me and said, show me your balls, I'd run screaming out the door. I don't trust it. Because, we've seen enough stories where Skynet becomes active. And I, with my luck, I guarantee you Skynet would become self-aware with a handful of my balls and then just either squeeze them or just rip them right the fuck off my body. And we can't have that. Fuck that, man. I can't have a chiffonaded foreskin and torn off balls. Jesus Christ. My cock sounds like a war zone. All right, so I came home Tuesday. I was full of vim and vigor. Vim and or vigor. No, fuck that. I was full of both. I had them both going on Monday. And then Tuesday, I'm like, I'm going to go shopping. I got to make a shopping list. I've got the beautiful Ann, our friend of the show, gave me a keto cookbook for Christmas. And I was going to pull a recipe out of that and make that this week. So I had something to eat and then some leftovers. Because right now in my house, I got like 4 cans of tuna. I got 2 envelopes of tuna. Because listeners often will mail me fish. Sometimes, I got to tell you, when you get a parcel filled with mackerel, oh, is that delicious? I'll tell you what, you just open that up, still flopping. Somebody mailed me a fish. It's like in Red Dead when you got to mail that guy a fish. People are mailing me fish just because they're my fans and friends. Listeners and close bosom buddies are going ahead and packing up a bluegill and sending it my way for me to fillet and eat. No, I bought those envelopes of tuna. You ever see those at the store? They got the cans of tuna, but now they get the envelopes of tuna. But here, I made a mistake because they have the flavored ones. They get like lemon pepper tuna, and then they got fucking, what's the other one? Lemon pepper tuna, and then they have like deli tuna, ranch tuna, barbecue tuna. Don't get the fucking flavors. That barbecue tuna is disgusting. It's just a fucking mess. Because again, it's cold. It's tuna in a cabinet. Fucking cabinet tuna with a barbecue chaser. Fuck all that, man. Just give me tuna. If I want to mix something in it, I'll mix some sriracha in it or something I got in my goddamn fridge. Don't pre-flavor my tuna, goddammit. You do the hard work. You pull it out of the sea, you fucking scrape its scales off, you take the skin off, and then you throw it in the fucking industrial wood chipper and then put it in a goddamn hockey puck and send it to my goddamn house. Fuck the envelopes. I don't need them. You're fancy, but I guess you're saving tin. I don't know. Do we need to save tin? Is this the Road Warrior? Is Lord Humongous demanding that we save tin to try to pay tribute? I don't fucking know. But I got this fucking tuna lurking in my goddamn cabinet now. And I ate the barbecue one and I ate a ranch one. And I hated them both. But I'm making myself eat them because I bought them and I can't just fucking throw them away, right? You can't be the person who wastes. That's what a poor person feels in their brain. That's to me, that's privilege. When you can just bite something and go, this is fucking gross, and throw it out. Geez, without making that face and going, well, you spent $4 on this, and then choking it down your gullet and fucking regretting it for a goddamn 5-hour period, like Noosa yogurt, which I did on the stream the other day. I don't want to get into that. Yeah, I'll tell you. Fuck that. I'm a Chobani guy. You know me. I'm a Chobani guy, and I'm a Faye guy. But the other day for the live stream, I wound up. Everybody was telling me to get Noosa on Twitch. They're like, get Noosa. Noosa yogurt's the best. And when I say everybody, it's like 3 people. But they're all like, our buddy Ruben and other people like, Noosa, get Noosa. Oh my God, Noosa's the greatest yogurt of all time. And I go to the store and I see Noosa on the shelf. But the thing is, Chobani is usually 10 for $10. Faye 10 for $10. Now that is no swipe at their quality. It's an amazing deal to get 10 for $10 because those are both good yogurts, both very good yogurts. I don't like Oikos, too sweet. I don't like store brand. And I want Faye and Chobani. But I saw Noosa, and also there's this new fucking Siggy's. Have you seen this? Siggy's is a contender. But the problem is, like, Noosa is $4 or whatever the fuck, and Siggy's is the same. That better be some pussy flavored yogurt if you're selling me it for $4, man. But so I was at the store the other day, and everybody said Noosa, so I was all right. You know what? I'm gonna go online because that's the thing. When we start the Twitch stream, we have a yogurt moment. We all enjoy ourselves a yogurt. I don't know if everybody else is eating one, but I do. Before I start my game, I go ahead and I eat a yogurt on camera because people want to see me put a spoon in my mouth. Look, people are getting very excited to watch me play games, but they're even more excited for me to put a glob of white into my goddamn face. Everybody's like, oh my God, let's see Mike take a mouthful. Let's see Mike take a shot in the mouth from a guy named fucking Ziggy. So I bought the Noosa. I came home the other day and I sat, I was rushing and kind of sat down. You know me, I'm rushing, I'm behind. Because as I mentioned, I got home on Monday and then I had shit I was going to do. And guess what I did? Nothing. Well, I did something. See, this is what I talk about. Because I equate, when I talk about doing stuff, I want to be a man. As I've mentioned, I don't know what it means to be a man, but I'm trying to be a man. I'm trying to make the leap, so to speak. Because I've been a boy my whole life, in my opinion. That's why it's called the 40-year-old boy. But I still do man things. I mean, I meet my obligations, certainly. Most of them. Anyway, but case in point, me recording this on a fucking Thursday. This isn't an obligation. This is not an obligation met. Let's put it that way. Obligations are to get you the fucking show early Thursday morning. Here I am recording it on a fucking Thursday. That's no good for anybody. That's, I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say that's no bueno for any of my Spanish listeners out there who are wondering exactly how I would call it no bueno. So anyway, we'll get to the yogurt real fast. I'm doing this. I'm running around. I get Noosa. I bring it home, and I get a Chobani as well. I get a strawberry banana. And I get a Noosa, and that Noosa had they had a 2-compartment deal. It was $2, whereas the Chobani was $1. But it was 2 compartments. It was like half and half. One was pineapple and one was coconut. Now look, I like pina coladas. I like getting caught in the rain. I am not into yoga, but I am into champagne. So I bring that stuff home, and I figure I'll eat it on camera for everybody. They'll be all happy for me because, yay, I did what you said. You like Noosa. I'm going to join in. We're all pals. Look at us being Noosa pals. So Tuesday was my stream where I sat down, and the thing, I know exactly what was wrong. I got the yogurt, and then I had to make 2 more stops. So the yogurt was not ice cold. I need ice cold yogurt. Okay, I can't. I don't, because when you have yogurt that's a little warm, not even warm. That's not room temperature or warm. It's just when it's less cold, it gets runny. It gets thin. You know what I mean? Even Chobani gets thin. You got to keep it in the fridge so it can't. Because I mean, Greek yogurt is by nature thicker. All right. I mean, not as thick as a cutting board cock, but certainly thick enough. So I think to myself, that's how I want to eat it. It has to have the consistency of almost like a cake frosting, but without all the sugar and bullshit. So I bring the fucking Noosa home and I bring the mango home. Or it was, did I get mango? No, I got strawberry banana and the Chobani. And I throw that down and I'm running around like a psychopath. I'm turning on monitors. I'm trying to get the chat room up and running and all this kind of bullshit. And then I sit down and I'm on camera. And I'm talking to people. I'm like, all right, we got to do this and we got to do that. I have a chat. If you're not following me on Twitch, please do subscribe to the channel. That'd be even better. But if you want to follow, that'd be cool because then you'll know when I'm going on, and then you can come and join me if you have time. Can you hear my phone buzzing in the background? I apologize. I turned off the ringer, but the fucking buzzer still goes. I got to learn how to use my phone. I'm 50. I'm 52 this year. Jesus fuck. You know what, man? It's over. It's just over. My whole life is a blinking VCR clock. It's not really, I mean, I sort of know things, but at the same fucking time, that's what it is. Everything. My phone's buzzing, and I don't answer texts in time, and I'm fucking doing this show late, and it's just, I am a step fucking late all the goddamn time, and by a step, I mean a fucking parade. I am a parade late. I am 47 steps behind everybody, and it's just, but it's my choice. I just sit in. I love the sun. I started doing cardio, and I was excited. I was doing 2 miles a day. Before Arizona, I did like 3 times I did cardio. I did 2 miles a day. I ran 6 miles that week. I felt great walking outside, sweating, the fucking sun in your face, the breeze. It just felt good. I went to Arizona and I didn't do a lot of exercising, but you're walking around for the games and shit like that. And I will say this, even the time I put in the week before I went to Arizona improved how I felt in Arizona because you're doing a lot of walking. You're walking up and down stairs to get into ballparks and shit like that. And I wasn't sore. I wasn't sweaty. I made it work. It was fucking great. And normally I've been doing this thing, because you weigh too much or you're whatever the fuck. You just standing as a chore, man. If you're standing up and you weigh 350, 360, 400, 500, which I did, you're holding up 500 pounds. That's a goddamn chore, man. Just standing in place. And then you start sweating standing. And everybody's like, what the fuck's wrong with that guy? I'm like, hey, man, let me climb on your back and you tell me, motherfucker. But it's my fault. I'm not blaming anybody else. But doing it 2 weeks ago, doing the cardio was fucking great. I got dove right back into it, which was fucking cool. I felt good. And then Arizona, I felt good. But then I come home here, man, and it's just there's these bouts. It's the constant fight with my brain. It's a fucking dukaroo. I'm having a rowdy dow with my goddamn brain. I'm having a fucking rangamadang. I got a fucking brawl. My brain's got boxing gloves on and I don't. I need to put gloves on and start fighting it. because I'm so easy to just fucking lie in the hammock that my brain has created for me. I just lay in the hammock at my house and was like, all right, well, we're good. So fucking, all right, so let's, before I veer off into that, so Tuesday I go get the fucking yogurt and I go to eat it online, right? And for everybody to watch. Yay, everybody wants to see Mike put stuff in his mouth. So, now that's a Twitch channel. Mike puts stuff in his mouth. So I do the fucking thing where I open, I open the strawberry banana first, and it's thin. I know then I've let it get too warm, too room temperature-y. So I spin it around, and you can tell because normally when I'm spinning it, the spoon can it has some resistance to it. But this time it's just fucking rolling through like I'm stirring soup. And I'm fucking like, oh man, because I don't like eating thin fucking yogurt. If I'm going to do that, I'll just drink milk. That's all thin yogurt is, milk with chunks of shit in it. And I don't want milk with chunks of shit in it unless it's cereal. Oh my God, if I had milk with chunks of cereal, then I'm on board. God, I used to love cereal. I loved cereal with milk. I could eat a box of Fruity Pebbles in a day, every day. A box of Cocoa Pebbles, like 4 Pop-Tarts and a box of fucking Fruity Pebbles was my breakfast. That's why you have trouble standing still without sweating. You're eating a box of Fruity Pebbles and 4 Pop-Tarts? Holy fuck. Now, of course, I had to buy like 2 boxes of Pop-Tarts because 2 boxes of cereal. That's 2 days. Whatever the fuck. You don't care. Nobody cares about my fat math. So yeah, but chunks of cereal with fucking milk, that's on board. But anything else chunky in milk? Oh, dude, you know what I saw the other day on fucking the internet? It made me. I was furious. I was fucking furious. I don't ever get this way, but I was. This dude poured a bunch of Oreos in a bowl, and then poured like a quart of milk over it, and then smashed it up with a fork and called it Oreo rice. Because it was black and white. It looked like rice. By the time he was finished smashing it, it looked like rice. He basically, he had, how you mash potatoes with your fork, you ever smash them? And it essentially works like a mini ricer where stuff comes through, because it comes through the tines. Like leaning in the sheaves and coming through the tines. Those famous gospel songs. Coming in the tines, coming in the tines. But this dude just smashed soggy Oreos into milk and called it Oreo rice. And I wanted to fight him. Like, I want to find that fucking... Because I'll tell you this. Here's another thing. We're going to have a fight here, you and I'm sure. Oreos and milk work. When I could drink milk, I would totally drink milk with Oreos. Yes. But I would drink milk with Oreos. You do not dunk Oreos into milk. Because then you are just leaving Oreo silt on top of your milk. As if it were some sort of milky lake, and now you're going to fucking drink that. It's just getting warm as you dunk cookies into it. And then what are you going to do? You're going to dunk fucking 10 cookies, 10 Oreos into a glass of milk, and then what? Drink that room temperature milk at the end with a bunch of fucking silt at the top? Oh, fucking chocolate crumbs and oil slick of goddamn creamery fucking shortening? Get the fuck out of here with your Dunkin' Oreos. Not a fan. Absolutely not. Never was, even as a kid. Even as a fucking kid. And look, when I was a kid, yes, I would pull apart the cookies and I would lick out the cream. I would do all that, and I could do that. But now I'm a self-contained unit. I can put an Oreo in my mouth, split it with my tongue, lick the cream out, and put the fucking wafers back together. I got a talented goddamn tongue, baby. Don't kid yourself. Cookies or anything else. Watch it in action. You'll freak the fuck out. Cherry stems and cookies. I will fucking blow your mind. All right, so and anything else you want to line up in front of me. But no dunking, man. You can't. And also, I have a giant mouth, so putting a whole fucking Oreo in there and moving it around, that's not a problem. I understand other people have small mouths, so they're like, yeah, I gotta bite my Oreos. Fuck biting. I'm not a one bite guy. I'm sorry, I am a one bite guy. I'm not a biting guy. I mean, I'm a biting guy in other areas, but I'm not a biting fucking one. You can't. Nobody bites a cookie. You can't bite a fucking cookie. Who the fuck bites a cookie? Throw a whole cookie in your mouth and chew it up. But it's because I have a giant goddamn mouth. But Oreo dunking, man, fuck that. Just because the milk afterwards, you got to dump it in the sink. You can't drink that fucking milk. I mean, I guess if you're getting your cookie a little soft, and also like people, they freeze Snickers bars and all that shit. I don't get it. But I mean, I freeze Thin Mints. I get that. I got peccadillos like anybody else. But dunking shit into milk and then drinking the milk later, fuck that, dude. No way. So when you pour milk all over goddamn Oreos and you smush them the fuck up, now that's just a goddamn food rape. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking, why that was a good idea. Like whoever, because also he had like 10 cookies or 15 cookies in there, so now you got to eat that like a bowl of cereal, which I guess sort of makes sense to a certain extent, but didn't Oreos make fucking cereal? So why don't you just buy the Oreo goddamn cereal and pour milk on that and eat that fucking thing? Because that cream in the middle of the Oreos is just a goddamn shortening mix that you're just fucking getting mixed up in the milk, so then it makes it thicker and sludgier, and the fucking chocolate just doesn't fucking work the way it should when it's in the goddamn milk like that. Oh, fuck you. I hated it. I wanted to fight the fucking guy. Furious. And look, I have a lot of opinions about food and a lot of opinions on how you should eat your food, but go ahead and do whatever makes you happy. But if you do ever in front of me put together a bowl of Oreo rice, I will fucking kick it out of your hand, beat you to death, let it land on your chest, and I will cross your hands over it dead style and put you in your coffin so you're buried with it so nobody ever knows that you made that mistake. And we'll go close fucking coffin. You better believe it by the time I'm finished with you. That bowl goes into the air, wham, bam, fucking 3-piece and a soda, throw you in a fucking box, and the goddamn thing lands on your chest. Closed box, buried in the ground, never to be thought of again. Oreo fucking rice. Jesus. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with anybody who would even consider that? Again, the dunking cookies. I don't get that. People who dunk shit into anything. Now look, if you want to dunk your fries into a Frosty, now we're fucking talking, baby. That's what you should be dunking. A salty into a sweet. Combine a savory into a fucking sweet. There you go. Now you're mixing things up. But a milk is just fucking neutral. It's not savory or sweet. It's not. I hope not anyway. If you had savory milk, holy fuck, Jesus. That seems like it would come out of a fucking spicy cow. Fuck a spicy cow giving me savory milk. No, thank you. I want a milk. Milk is close to cream and then ice cream and half. It's in that family. But the milk is the neutral part of that. And you start putting cookies in there and you make sugary milk. And I know you're thinking, fuck you, Mikey. You did fucking cereal and you had sugary fucking liquid milk or whatever the fuck, Cocoa Pebbles milk. Yes, I did. Well, that's what grown people do. That's what human beings do. Nobody dunks cookies into fucking milk and likes it. Nobody. I mean, you pretend you do because you were taught it as a kid, but I'm here to tell you right now that you've been bamboozled. You've been fooled. This is a hill I will die on. A lot of hills to die on in this show. Why is my nose stuffed? All right, so, did you like that? It was a little Westerberg for you. A little fucking Black Diamond from The Replacements. Remember, what was that, by year 4? I think it was year 4. No, year 5. That's when we had the drumsticks and the sniff. Hey, so I buy the Noosa. I come home. I put it all together. And I get on camera and I'm spinning that Chobani and I can see how thin it is. And so now here's what I do. This is my mistake. I will admit this is my problem. This is my fault. When I saw how thin the yogurt was, in my mind, I can't tell people online because like I just said, along with the lines of eating the thing that you don't like, the luxury of biting something and going, this is gross and throwing it out. I don't have that because I still have a poor person's brain in that, well, you spent money on this. Like I talked about with all the tuna at the fucking envelopes and the hockey pucks and shit like that. If it's in a can, great. But right now I have 4 envelopes in there. I've got one original recipe, but I'm talking deli recipe tuna. But then I've got like a lemon pepper tuna. I think I have one more barbecue tuna and a ranch tuna. I can't fucking eat that. I can't. But it's in the cabinet. So right now that's what I said. Instead of, I wanted to have food to go when I went to go shopping to fill my house with food. But because right now I got like 4 hockey pucks of tuna. I got 3 envelopes of tuna. I got some oatmeal, and that's it. That's all I got in my fucking house to eat. You know what I got in the door? Ooh, this is good. You know what I had for lunch the other day? Not the other day, like 2 weeks ago, or maybe a month ago. I never had this. It was, I took 2 hard-boiled eggs and I chopped them up, and I threw a can of tuna on top of them, and then I threw some pickled beets into the mix, and then I mixed that up and I ate it. Oh, it was delicious. It was damn good. That's a protein-laden meal right there with no carbs. That's keto, I think. But I chewed it up and it was good. Good stuff. I like pickled beets. Pickled beets add a little piquancy, if you will. I like a little piquancy. That's like I said, if you don't want savory milk, but you want piquant beets. So I've got that tuna in the cabinet. I wanted to go and shop for stuff. Oh, fuck you. You talk about yogurt. Why are you getting all deviated and fucking thrown off the path? So I spin that yogurt and I know it's too thin. But so that was the point I was going to make. The privilege of having that tuna in the cabinet. I have to eat it. If you're a rich person, you can throw shit away that you don't like. And as a grown-up now, by myself in my house, I can make those decisions. But also there's a poor little kid inside of me who's just like, man, you can't throw away that tuna. You paid for that tuna. You got to eat that fucking tuna. Even if it provides you sustenance for one day. It's disgusting sustenance, but it keeps you alive for one more day because you spent $2 on that. You can't fucking dream of throwing that away. And it's, I don't think that's a healthy way to be, but it's just the way I am because it's stuck inside my brain from when I was a child. We were poor. We were on food stamps and we made, I told you, powdered milk and fucking cube steak and generic bread. And oh man, those are bad things. Those are bad things. Nobody wants to eat those things. And I keep thinking I have the terror that eventually I'm going to backslide into doing that again. You know, I've gone to the 99-cent store to try to stock up on stuff. I've done that because there's one a fucking block from my house. So I've gone into the 99-cent store and I will never buy food in the 99-cent store. I can't. I don't need a fucking hamburger helper from Indonesia. I just don't fucking need it. I don't need to save 18 cents. I mean, we all do. Everyone, I guess, needs to save 18 cents. But I'll go to the 99-cent store and I will admit, I will buy dish soap. That's usually where I get my dish soap. I'll go buy that there. But as far as food, man, you ever walk down there and then there's like a jar of fucking artichoke hearts from Brazil? What the fuck, man? Are they? I can't even be sure those are artichoke hearts. They could be fucking goat balls, but they shaped them to look like an artichoke. Because I heard that story. You ever hear that fucking story? That calamari, that if you get a cheap calamari that's frozen from somewhere, you're actually eating like pig anus or some shit like that. There was a fucking story online because it's got the same rubbery texture. I suppose. I mean, I wouldn't know. I haven't been told what pig anus tastes like, but in that article it said it's kind of the same texture. So they'll just chop that up into rings and they'll sell that to you. And people think they're eating calamari. And I'm like, man, fuck that. I mean, I'm not buying frozen calamari anyway. I'm not making a cioppino at my fucking house. If I make a cioppino, I'm going to get fresh seafood. I'm not going to buy frozen that fucking... Look, the only frozen fish you should buy should have a thick breading over it so you don't see what's inside of it. I open some fucking fish head covered in panko crumbs, and I'll fucking fry the shit out of that or bake it in an oven, and then I'll eat it and close my eyes because I don't want to know what the fuck they fried for me over at fucking Gorton's headquarters. But if you're buying frozen calamari and dumping that into a fucking pot, you deserve what you get. You're just fucking eating pig anus, man. Back the fuck off. So I grew up as a kid who ate that kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? You get fooled. And you go to the 99-cent store to try to save money, and you're like, oh my God. It's like Fruity Pebble. And it's just it's one giant pebble that fills the box, and you got to chip it off with a chisel when you want a bowl. You just got to, it's like eating a big wheel of cheese. You just get Fruity Pebble, and you just got to use a potato peeler or a fucking chisel to chip it into a box. Because look, Fruity Pebbles already looks like aquarium rocks. But if you buy Fruity Pebble, it's just one motherfucking multicolored goddamn pebble, and you got to smash it with a goddamn diamond cutter and a fucking jeweler's loop in your eye to make sure you get a decent bowl of cereal out of it. That's fucking awesome. I actually, fuck that. I'd buy Fruity Pebble if they had that. Cocoa Pebble, just a big fucking boulder fucking flavor with chocolate. And it's not even like Fred and Barney on there. It's like Phil and Lou. They get this fucking substitute Fruity Pebble with Phil and Lou on the fucking box, and their fucking their partner, their fucking pet is Dino. They just pronounce it later. Like, no, it's not Dino, it's Dino. He's actually a dinosaur. Yeah, it's short for dinosaur. No, it's Dino. No, it's Dino. Phil and Lou got Dino. Fuck, man. I would actually buy that. Holy shit. I just created a product that I would actually eat that I was in the beginning I was skeptical, and yet I've now talked myself into it. Fruity Pebble that you have to take out of the box and chip away whatever you fuck you want off of it. That's like a big wheel of fucking cheese. Like, you ever see those big wheels of fucking Parmesan or fucking Brie? That's a big wheel of fucking Fruity Pebble right there. You just chip off what the fuck you want. Just get a cheese slicer and strip it off in ribbons. Oh, that's what I want. I want ribbons of Fruity Pebble for breakfast. Let me knock that down with some fucking thick milk. Oh, you fuckers. How dare you? Why would you eat any of that garbage? Fucking thick milk with chunks floating in it and Oreo rice and fucking ribbons of Fruity Pebble. Oh, what a part of a balanced breakfast. Along with a grapefruit. You ever see those commercials? When I was a kid, they'd have these cereal commercials for like the sugariest shit in the world. Honeycombs actually, it literally came with a diabetic packet of insulin inside of it so you could eat it. And it's like, all right, well, I can fucking handle this. But then it would be like, they would have the commercials like honeycombs big. Yeah. It's not small. No. And then they'd be at the honeycomb hideout in the backyard. And then they'd be like, part of a balanced breakfast. And it would have fucking a bowl of honeycombs with 2 pieces of toast, a glass of orange juice, and a fucking grapefruit. Who the fuck, what kid is ever knocking down half a goddamn grapefruit for fucking breakfast? I don't know. I know adults do it because I've seen it in movies and shit like that, which I don't understand. Look, we've all had grapefruit. And I guess people sprinkle sugar on it to make it taste better. And I like grapefruit flavor. And I don't even mind grapefruit in salads. I've started having that growing up. Karen made a fucking fennel grapefruit fucking salad that was badass one day. I loved it. But eating a whole fucking grapefruit or whatever the fuck for breakfast when you're eating sugary cereal, look, let me ask you this. All right. You ever brush your teeth after drinking orange juice? Holy fuck. Or actually, let me just switch that around. You ever drink orange juice after brushing your teeth? Nobody has a glass of orange juice and goes, I got to brush my teeth. Maybe on accident. But if you've ever brushed your teeth and then had a glass of orange juice, didn't even think about it, and your mouth becomes a fucking Vietnam of your own making, holy fuck, it just feels like a crossfire. All of a sudden, because you got a minty, kind of a fucking buzzy, I use a cinnamony close-up. So I mean, in my mouth, it's kind of a buzzy cinnamony taste, and then you drink the fucking orange juice, and all of a sudden, it's just Rosemary's Baby in your mouth. You want to fucking spit it out. You want to projectile vomit. Everything that's fucking happened, every bad thing that ever happened in your life in the last 10 years is in your mouth at that point. You got a mouthful of toothpaste, you brush it up, and then you drink an orange juice. Holy fuck, do you just want to cry? You just want to lie down and go, yeah, fuck this, man. I've all the choices I've made in adulthood are bad. Right now, leading up to this is the penultimate moment of my horrible fucking adulthood. I've ruined everything, for fuck's sake. The only thing I could have done worse is if I was a child and I ate half a fucking grapefruit with a bowl of Fruity fucking Pebbles. That's not working. So if you brush your fucking teeth and then you drink a glass of orange juice, imagine eating half a grapefruit and then drinking milk? Oh, dude. Sweet cereal with thick milk and then you eat a fucking bowl of grapefruit? That's not a balanced breakfast. That's a fucking prison sentence. That should be everybody's last meal. Fuck these guys who go, well, you know what? Can I have a burrito and then fucking 4 pounds of shrimp and a goddamn chocolate cake? No, fuck you, buddy. Bowl of Fruity Pebbles, half a grapefruit, and then we're going to brush your teeth and pour orange juice in your mouth. You know what? We don't even need the fucking electric chair at that point. If you're going to get shot by a firing squad or hung from a fucking goddamn noose, fuck all that. That's out the window. We're just going to go ahead and brush your teeth and have you drink a gallon of orange juice. You'll be dead by the end of the experience. That's fine. It's the humane way to put these guys down. Fuck lethal injection. Unless you want to lethally inject fucking Crest into their mouth and then a fucking gallon a minute Maid. Finished. Guy's head will fucking explode. There you go. I solved your problem. No more Zyklon B or whatever the fuck they inject in these motherfuckers. No more wasting bullets at firing squads. No more pulling the lever and nobody's got to think about being the executioner. You force the guy to fucking brush his teeth and then you just pour a gallon a minute Maid down his throat and that guy's fucking dead. Throw him in the box, bowl of Oreo rice on his chest, close it, put him in the ground. We forget about him forever too. Fuck that, baby. If we got to keep the death penalty, I've just rearranged it so it's more humane. It's just more humane. I go the other way. That could not be less humane. If you fucking make somebody brush their teeth and drink a gallon of orange juice, I would much rather be lethally injected. Please do me a favor. Bring the poison. Bring Freddy Krueger with the fucking 5-finger needles and have him bury him into my goddamn veins because I am not about to brush my fucking teeth and drink a goddamn gallon of orange juice. Woo, baby, look at me running downhill. I used to think I was bad at this. That was like a couple hours ago. All week I thought I was bad at podcasting, and then I step back up to the goddamn microphone and I can't shut the fuck up. Look at me just talking. Wee, the fucking shackles are off. My brain is letting me go ahead and run free. Yay! All right. All right, let's breathe. Let's take a breath here. It feels like a good spot to take a breath. A lot of outrage about cereal and yogurt. So I come home, man, and I bring this fucking I bring this fucking Noosa yogurt with the Chobani. I'm spinning the Chobani, and I can see that it's thin, and I know it's not going to be good. So what I do, like I said, like I did with that fucking tin the envelope of fucking barbecue tuna, I just eat it. Because I figured, well, we'll just power through this fucking shit. Who cares? I've had worse shit in my mouth. So it's thin, and I could have probably drank it out of the yogurt cup. That's another thing I don't like is if I scoop up yogurt and it's dripping off of my spoon, that's too thin. That is not a yogurt I want to consume. And yet, because I was on camera for everybody, and we have a yogurt moment, and that's right, I'm blaming everybody in the Twitch stream, especially you, Derek. Anybody who's watching me, I feel like I got to go through with my stupid plan. And my stupid plan was, of course, to choke down some fucking yogurt for a yogurt moment for these fine people. And I'm like, all right, well, let's share a yogurt moment with everybody. But, again, as I mentioned, I had been out of town, so I didn't fill my house with any sort of groceries. So I only had one yogurt in the fridge, which was a raspberry Faye. And I like to eat 2 yogurts on camera. Oh, and also I should tell you this. I grabbed a banana. I grabbed bananas. Not a banana. I grabbed a bunch of bananas. I didn't grab a Lucy. They have Lucy bananas there, but I figured, I'm going to get a bunch because I'm going to eat these over the week. So I grabbed a bunch of bananas and 2 yogurts. I sit down. The yogurts are too thin. And the bananas, by the way, were a little green. So green, in fact, that when I held it up there's a green screen behind me when I use Twitch, and you could see through the banana. So you knew how much green was on the skin. But I figured, well, you know what? I can choke this down. What the hell? Again, like I have a cast iron stomach. I'm a grown man. I can put this away. Particularly being on television, people need to see me eat a banana slowly. So I sit down, I'm spinning the Chobani, and I can see that it's weak and thin, but yet I go, you know what, I can handle this. I've done this before. So I'm talking to people on the stream, and I'm eating the Chobani, and it's not working for me at all. I love strawberry banana now. I've come around. As a kid, I liked strawberry banana, and then for years, I was like, strawberry banana yogurt's for fucking dullards, man. I'm going to go fucking expansive. I want Madagascar vanilla and bullshit like that. And I've come back around to Old Home Week, and I like a strawberry banana. Look, I don't buy a ton of strawberry banana. When I buy a bunch of yogurts, it's a mango. Here's what I like. Now that you asked, thanks for asking. Mango. I like a pineapple. I like a cherry pomegranate. I like a blueberry acai. I like a blood orange, and then I like a strawberry banana, and I like a raspberry. So, I mix all of these flavors in together. And sometimes if they have a newer flavor, I'll grab that. Chobani will have seasonal flavors. I had a pumpkin pie yogurt last year that made me want to punch a child. It was fucking awful. But yet I still pursued it. I went ahead and I had one because I got to try that. If they put out a new thing, I got to try the fucking thing. Unless it's coffee. If you got a coffee yogurt, fuck you. I don't like coffee. I don't like yogurt. And quite frankly, I don't like you. Really, on its surface. I don't like the guy at Chobani who invented that shit. Who's the guy who's like, hey, we got to have a coffee flavored yogurt? Fuck you, you dick. Why am I mad at him? Who knows? Probably because he's getting a promotion from fucking mixing coffee and anything. I mean, look, the pumpkin thing is that's a fucking thing. Pumpkin spice. Everybody does that shit now. I'm surprised porn stars in the fall don't have a pumpkin spice cock. You know what I mean? Like, hey, my cock's pumpkin spice. Jump on it. Let's do this. Although I'd eat the fuck out of a pumpkin pie pussy. Are you kidding me? Holy fuck. Dude, hold on. I just thought of something. Look, I don't mind being a smosh guy. And I've certainly... all right, never mind. Nobody wants to hear me get into that. And literally, I heard a shudder. There was a shudder that went through America as I started to bring that up. What else is Mike eating that off of a pussy? All right. So, what was I talking about? Now I'm distracted by eating pumpkin pussy. And then Peter Pumpkin Eater. That didn't you always think about eating pussy when you heard that nursery rhyme when you were a kid? I did. But of course, that's because when I was 9, I found fucking dirty books and I read them out loud to kids in my neighborhood. Was I 9? No, fuck that. I was 7. Holy shit, I was in Chicago. You know that story. If you don't know that, by year, whatever the fuck. We found in Chicago, we had an alley, because alleys were a thing. We don't have any alleys in LA usually. But there's an alley in Chicago, and we found just a fucking, I'll never forget, it was like this mustard yellow bowling bag. That's what it looked like. It was just filthy. And we opened it up, filled with porn. And I mean, not just fucking dirty, not Playboys, man. I'm talking fucking hardcore fucking Swedish porn and shit like that. And then it also had pornographic novels, which used to be a thing. So I could read at a very young age, and I could read well. I mean, look, anybody who watches the Twitch stream knows. Like, just yesterday, I narrated a foreign film that was that I went and saw in Grand Theft Auto 5, and people were waylaid by my talent. Or I'll read the credits. I can cold read very well. So all the older kids in the neighborhood, when we found the porn, they had me, because they thought it was hilarious. They had a 7-year-old kid reading paperbacks of filth. And I mean, I'm talking about pussies and cocks and, fucking in the ass and girls blowing guys at glory holes. I'm saying all these things out loud. I don't know what the fuck they are. I can vividly remember doing it and seeing the page and reading the print, but I remember not knowing at 7 years old what it was or why the kids thought it was so fascinating. But I do remember feeling funny seeing the porno pictures, because there was a lot of hair and that I didn't have, and a lot of stuff going on, and also certainly cocks bigger than mine, and they were hard, and I didn't know what that meant, and women like making faces and putting it in their mouth, and that's a sensory overload when you're fucking 7 years old, man. And then reading this stuff out loud, like I said, I didn't get the concept, I didn't know what it was, but those books were always, I mean, they're just trash. If you ever find one of those pornographic novels, it was like he ramrodded her with his steel cock, and the fucking cum dripped off into her belly button, and she rolled it all over her nipples. I mean, it's that kind of shit, but even more pulpy. I mean, written in this, it's just, they're meant to get you off. And by the way, I mean, you know what? I guess I do get it. Because I was going to say, I don't get that because pictures would get you off. But I mean, if you could read intense stuff about a guy fucking 4 girls or 4 guys, whatever the fuck you like, then maybe that works for you. Because I mean, I read Penthouse Forum letters and jerked off to those. I mean, I had literally 15 pages away, there was a naked woman with split pink. I could have looked at that. I'm sure I looked at that to get hard, but then I'd read the fucking Penthouse Forum stuff and run off a batch thinking about some guy fucking 2 girls in a classroom. I'm like, all right, let's do this, baby. Not when I was 7, though. At 7 years old, I was just reading shit, so I didn't know what the fuck it meant. How the fuck did I spiral off into this goddamn nonsense? Why did I fucking show up here? I was talking about yogurt. I mean, all I can remember is I was talking about yogurt, and I have no fucking idea how I got into porn. Pumpkin pussy. All right, hi. So when I was a kid, when I heard Peter Pumpkin Eater, I thought of porn. I thought of him going, like, eating pussy on girls because I had already read about it when I was 7 fucking years old, so I knew what the fuck it was, which was, obviously unhealthy or not or maybe a mistake. I mean, because I still watch Sesame Street. I still watch Mr. Rogers. I didn't have sexual thoughts during those shows, except for the fact when I watched Electric Company, I thought those people were naked in the silhouette. But Peter Pumpkin Eater, to me, that's just a blatant fucking analogy for pussy eating, right? That's all it is. So are all of Aesop's fables. The Fox and the Grapes, totally about anal sex. All right. So I got this yogurt and I'm spinning it up, and so that's the flavors I like. That's what I was telling you about flavors. So I had the flavors that I liked were here, and I'm mixing up the strawberry and the banana together, obviously. And I drank the fucking thing, but I'm eating it. It's dripping off my spoon, and so here's the thing. What I do, like I said, I have to eat it because I can't throw it away because that's just fucking wasteful. But also, if something's bad, I'll just eat it faster, like because I want to get it over with. So it's like I do that at the gym. When we get to third sets, fourth sets, fifth sets of something, I'll try to fucking power through them. And John's just like, you can't. Because what we do is we'll do a bench press exercise where I'm laying on the bench and we start with the weight on my chest. And I have to fucking fire up as fast as I can and then lower it for like 15 seconds, 10 seconds until it gets to my chest. And then fire it up immediately. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fire. 1, 2. And but you're still holding the whole weight. So you're doing that with fucking, 175 pounds and you're just fucking throwing that in the air fast, but then you're holding it as you're pulling it down. Dude, your chest will be fucking wired at the end of that. And we do like 4 or 5 sets in addition to other stuff. I'm very strong is the point I'm telling you people. So, by the time you get to the fifth set, I just want it over with. So what I really do it with is my legs, because my legs are fucking, crazy strong. So we'll do fucking quads or we'll do hamstrings and I'll just fucking start ramming through them. And he's like, slow down, slow. Because I know I'm supposed to go slow. But after the first 3, it's just boring. It's boring to lay on your stomach and do your fucking hamstrings, man. So by the third set, I'm just trying to blast through them. And he's like, dude, slow. So now I'm learning, and you learn. I've been lifting weights for fucking 6 years with him, or 5 years. So I know what I'm supposed to do, but occasionally I will try to blast through it and fucking get it over with. So that's what I try to do with the yogurt, man. I just tried to hamstring my yogurt and just fucking chug it basically. So I'm just spooning it into my mouth, trying to get rid of it is what I was doing. I could have thrown it away. I could have, but I couldn't. There's part of my brain, the partitioned part that's like, dude, you can't waste this fucking money. And then there's the other part of my brain that's like, this is fucking horrible. And then there's what used to be a stomach going, dude, there's not enough room down here for shit you don't like. Why are you eating shit you don't like? But in reality, I do like that. It's just it wound up in a fucking withered state. Withered state yogurt, by the way, I actually still have them alive in my NCAA tourney. The Withered State Yogurt. That's my favorite nickname still in the basketball in the March Madness. Oh, they're taking on Duke. Withered State. They'll be playing Texas Tech tonight. So I powered through the Chobani, and then I got to open the Noosa. Now here's my mistake. If the Chobani was already a tiny bit warmish, room temperature-ish, thin, well, I don't know the Noosa. I don't know how the Noosa reacts to alternate temperatures. The Noosa seems like something you got to keep refrigerated. Like all yogurts have to be refrigerated, but maybe the Noosa will hold its shape. I don't know. But the Noosa had, like I said, half coconut and half pineapple. Now, you're not supposed to mix the two. You're supposed to consume them separately. So I'm on camera, and I'm mixing up the coconut, and I can see that there's actual little pieces of the shreds of coconut inside there. And I'm mixing that up. So I go ahead, I power through the coconut. I start eating it. And the thing is, it's thin and sour. So basically, it's the food equivalent of Mrs. Grundy from the old Archie comics. I don't know why my brain thought of that, but that's what I got for you. That was thin and sour. And I'm eating it. Because I'm eating the Noosa, I'm on camera with the guys and the ladies, and I'm like, all right, let's fucking do this. They recommended it, and I want to show them that I'm doing what they say, and they like it, and I like it, and let's try it. And I'm powering down this Noosa just to get through it, because I know I hate it. I fucking hate it. And look, I didn't give Noosa a fair chance. It was in my trunk of my car for an hour or whatever the fuck, or half an hour, and then I brought it in the house, and it lost all of its Noosa. All right. Like I said on the broadcast that I was eating it. I'm like, this is the thing you guys love? So then I ate the pineapple side, and I love pineapple, man. Pineapple is my favorite flavor. I love citrusy type of flavors, except for fucking grapefruit and milk. Oh, fuck that. But if you give me like mangoes or fucking papayas or pineapple, holy fuck do I love it. It's so good. So I'm eating this pineapple yogurt, and but the problem is the yogurt part. I mean, the pineapple is just fucking pineapple on the bottom. That's fine. You stir it up, and I'm hoping it can mask whatever the fuck's happening with the Noosa. But the Noosa is too fucking thin. And I'm eating it, and there's the chunks in it. So then the pineapple chunks aren't doing their job. Instead of being pineapple, they're more chunky than pineapple. There's like indiscriminate chunks. So now I'm just eating a sour broth with indiscriminate chunks, like I'm in a fucking roadside stand in Thailand somewhere eating their chicken blood sausage and their fucking sour soup. I'm like, if I was trying a new cuisine, I would do it. But sitting at my goddamn desk on a camera, I don't want to fucking eat fucking thin sour soup with chunks inside of it. Jesus fuck. But I'm doing it. Because I'm trying to power through it, and I'm just shoveling it in my mouth now at this point, because I just want to get rid of it. Boom, 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 spoon, 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 spin, spin, stir, stir, chomp, chomp, swallow, swallow. Oh my God, what's happening? So I fight through it. I do the best I can, and then I finish it. Okay, and then I'm talking to people. Now the whole time we were waiting I was going to get GTA 5 to install. I was waiting for I had downloaded it the night before, thinking it would be fine to play. But then unfortunately it was not. It was not. I turned on the game and it said now installing. And my Tuesday stream, 2.5 hours it took to install the game. That's not even a joke. It took 2.5 hours to install. So I went up hanging out and talking to jokers. Like, I mean, everybody was in this chat room. I talked to them, and I ate yogurt and we talked. However, and I love talking to people. So, I mean, I'm going to do a talk stream on there occasionally where it's just not even me playing games, just me talking to people in the goddamn chat room. But I mean, it took about maybe just 5 minutes. Also, I got to tell you this. I forgot. I'm eating green banana in addition to these yogurts because I figured that will fight off because those are chunks too. And I like a banana flavor, but you know the flavor of green banana flavor. It's like you're eating lawn clippings, creamy lawn clippings. That's what fucking green banana tastes like. So, because you know bananas, there's that sweet spot where they're yellow and you eat them and you're like, oh, this is banana-y. I like banana-y. That's what I want. How do you want your banana to taste? Banana-y. You don't want it to taste like creamy lawn clippings because that's what happens with the green banana. It's just got that fucking, even that, when you peel it, the peel's a little thicker than it should be. You know what I mean? And then you get that, because when you peel it, it goes, makes that noise and it releases a little banana evaporate into the air. And you're like, you smell it and it still smells like an outside garden. You're like, oh, that's not good. It's supposed to smell like banana. So in between powering down the Noosa to cake the edge off, I'm eating green banana. So I've already powered down the strawberry Chobani. I peeled the banana in between, and then I'm eating fucking Noosa and banana, alternating bites and choking it down. And all I'm doing at that point is creating a battle royale in my stomach between underdone banana and overdone yogurt. Yeah, and you would think that you get overdone and underdone, the math would tell you that you mix them together, and now you're just right. Now you got a baby bear stomach. But no, you clearly... There is no baby bear stomach involved, man. You think you are because you're going, hey, this is just right. Nope. No, sir. Baby bear stomach. Yeah, that's the name of the show, I think. I think it's going to be Baby Bear Stomach. That's fine. Right? Are you okay with that? There's a lot of things I could name this fucking show, but I'm trying to power through because it's a goddamn Thursday morning. The show is already supposed to be fucking up by now. And also, by the way, I will tell you this. This is here's a little peek into the window. You know, I decided there was things I was going to talk about on the show. I was like, all right, well, I could get through it with this maybe, because when I feel that I don't have it, I start to think of things I can talk about, which I usually don't. I've got to none of them. I've gotten to zero of them. As a matter of fact, what are we, an hour in? Jesus Christ. And this is the thing I should refer myself to whenever I think I can't do this anymore. Whenever I talk myself into some weird thing where I'm like, fuck, you don't do that. You're not. I don't know. Why is my nose stuffed? I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. My nose has still got Stonehenge in it from fucking Arizona. That's why. All right. So green banana and underdone green banana and overdone yogurt. You figure you get baby bear stomach, but no. They just get in there and they just start throwing fucking yogurt hands, man. And there's two yogurts. They double team the banana, but the banana's been chopped into separate pieces, so they surround the yogurt. It's not like one big banana getting fought by a bunch of fucking yogurts. It's just like two yogurts taking on fucking 12 banana slices or whatever the fuck, how many bites I took. And that's a lie. There's no way it takes me 12 bites to eat a fucking banana. I'm a 1-bite cookie man. You think I'm a 12-bite banana man? New name. Hold on. I gotta write down a time code. Yes, I do. All right. 2-bite banana man. There you go. Fuck that. 12-bite banana man. Jesus Christ, I can't even get it right. At least I'll go back and listen, because that's how I handle things now. I talk in a one take, and then I have to go back and skim through here, like looking for, like taking, you know what? It's like taking the skin off of a soup that's been on the fucking stove for too long. You just got to skin it off the top. I'm grossing you out with the sniffling, and I apologize. I don't mean to be that guy. But also at the same time, please know, like, my nose isn't running. It's just like my sinuses are packed for some fucking reason. Maybe because I haven't opened a window or a door for 3 days. Jesus fucking Christ, grow up. Except when I go to the gym. I go to the gym and I get outside in the sun and I'm like, this is kind of nice out here. And then I come home and I hide and take a shower. I stream ends. I eat spaghetti and meatballs and hide from everybody in the world. Come for me. Somebody come get me, please. Somebody move here and save me from myself. Just do that. Because that happened the other day. I enjoyed it. I like being alone. I don't mind it. But it's in the middle of the night and I'm listening to fucking music and I got the Spotify rolling and I started to think, and March is always a rough month for me because that was when, because Jill's birthday's in March and fucking that's when Karen left me in March and all that shit starts to culminate and slam together and then you're seeing old photos and holy fuck, man, get out of your brain. Climb the fuck out. Get a fucking escape hatch, for fuck's sake. Dynamite the fuck out of your goddamn brain and blow a hole in it so we can all escape out the back door of this fucking jail you've carved out for yourself. And by we all, I mean me. But yeah, you guys all got to move here. That's what you got to do. We got to bring Toronto. Everybody in Toronto is coming to see me in Toronto in August when we're all hanging out. Everybody, you move to California, please. And then I say that, and then my buddy Bob was in town last night, and he's had dinner for me on a rooftop somewhere. He's like, hey, dude, it's a rooftop thing, and we're all going. I didn't go. I didn't fucking go. I finished the stream, and I was like, oh, I'm going to record the podcast. You know what I did? Nothing, man. Ate spaghetti and stared. and wrote him a note saying, oh, I'm too busy. I'm not busy. I'm fucking sitting around doing nothing. The fuck out of the house. Go do something for fuck's sake. Go to a comedy show. Go drive. Do anything. What the fuck? Just grab your fucking life by the reins and steer it away from the cliff. What is wrong with you? And it's not going toward a cliff. I'm not fucking ending anything. It's not bad. It's just that thing where you can't. You know what? I'm a cat and my fucking life is a laser pointer. And I'm trying to put my paw on it and fucking stop it from moving all over the fucking place and I can't. Even though it's not really moving anywhere. You know what? Maybe I'm the laser pointer. And my life is trying to step on me because I'm fucking scattered all over the goddamn place. Or am I the shepherd? I really like to believe that, Ringo. I really would. So I got a banana battle royale going on in my stomach. And I probably had, I was like a 4-bite banana man. It's probably what I was. Because I'm truly not a 12-bite banana man. That would be fucking, who takes 12 bites out of a banana? Grow up. Open your mouth, for fuck's sake. Put a little more than an inch in your mouth. I know unless you're some weird fucking like homophobic dude who's like, I can't eat a banana like that. I got to nibble on it. I got news for you. Look more gay nibbling on that banana than you do throating the fucking thing. Throat your bananas. I'm throwing it out there right now. If you throat your banana, you don't look gay. If you nibble on it, then you'll look bad. And look, there's nothing wrong with looking gay. I'm saying if you're a homophobic dude who's worried about eating a banana in public, nibbling it on it does not make you look any fucking more masculine. Oh, look at me taking tiny bites out of this banana. I'm certainly not gay. I'm not intimidated by wrapping my hand around this 5-inch girth peeled banana as I shove it into my mouth and take little tiny bites. No, you know what you look like? You look like you're fucking nursing it, buddy. Don't nurse that cock. Fucking bury it. Bury it in your fucking throat. You're not truly eating a banana unless your uvula hurts. So fucking get moving, baby. All right. So, you banana nibbler. Fuck you, banana nibbler. Throat that banana. Be proud, motherfucker. Grab a handful of that jungle fruit and shove it down your fucking throat. Bang that uvula around with the tip of that banana and fucking make it work for yourself, baby. You're not truly enjoying a banana unless your eyes are watering. Yeah. That's how I do it. I'm not a 12-bite banana man. I'm a 2-bite banana man. By the way, 2-Bite Banana Man, my favorite album by Muddy Waters. Oh, it was so great. Or was that Johnny Lee Hooker? I can't remember which. A boom, 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 boom. 2-Bite Banana Man, boom, 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 boom. Fuck that. Throat that banana. All right, so I eat this fucking green banana and a couple of fucking yogurts and everything's going wrong in my stomach and I know it. I'm on TV. Imagine if you're an anchor man and you're like, oh man, I'm going to fucking throw up. But then you're watching, and people are watching, and you know you can't. You got to give that story about the Middle East or whatever the fuck. If you're talking about the Arc de Triomphe being on fire, and then you all of a sudden fucking vomit all over the joint, you're not going to have a job the next day. So you got to quell that stomach. You got to calm it down. You got to pretend like everything's okay, man. If your stomach's doing backflips, but you're sitting there delivering a goddamn story about a fucking dog that saved somebody from a fire, and you throw up, everybody's going to think you don't like dogs and you like fire. Don't root for fire. Quell your stomach on camera, you dick. So that's what I was doing the other day. I got a bad stomach. I got fucking 5 bites of banana going at it with fucking 2 pools of yogurt, having a brawl in what used to be my stomach. I'm staring at the camera and I'm trying to talk to people. And finally I just went, dudes, I can't even pretend. I'm in agony. Like I'm in fucking agony right now. That Noosa was fucking disgusting. It shouldn't even have an A. It should have an E at the end. How dare you spell this wrong? This is the fucking noose of yogurt. I'd rather hang myself than eat this fucking thing again. And then I was covering up the label on the camera. I'm like, no, you know what? It's not Noosa. And I would cover up the OSA and I go, it's just no. That's what this is. This is a big fucking bowl of no. As I was sick. Like I couldn't feel good. And actually my buddy, one of my buddies who I know, he popped into the stream and he's like, you didn't look good. And I'm like, good. I'm glad I didn't look good. Now look, I was doing everything I could in my power to not look good because there's this thing I do when I get sick. And I was doing it on camera for effect, but I used to do it with Karen all the time because it would be like when I told you when I would, one of the most powerful things I would do with Karen is I would sit with her and I would look at her and I'd go, be nice to me. Please be nice to me. And I would put my head like in her breast or on her shoulder and she would stroke my hair and everything would be okay. But she also, when I would be sick, I would pretend to be more sick than I was. Or if I had my stomach hurt and I'd go, which is kind of a play on Edie McClurg from Ferris Bueller when she's like, It's a bit on that, but also it's a bit on me and Mike Toomey going, bad stomach, this guy I saw in a convenience store one time with Mike. So it's kind of a combination of those, and Karen knew both of those stories. So I would get sick and I'd be like, So the other day on camera, it just felt natural for me to fall right into going, because I had this bad yogurt and this banana having a goddamn throwdown in my belly. And I was like, oh man, I couldn't even pretend anymore. So poor people are watching me, and I'm ranting about how bad the yogurt was and these fucking bananas. And it's funny, in the chat room, people are ignoring me. Like, they're not even fucking, some people are commenting on it, but a lot of people are ignoring me. And I thought I was really funny. I'm like, oh, dudes, because I'm trying to be funny to salvage my life. Because if I don't be funny in that moment, I think I'm just going to fucking throw up. I'm just going to fucking launch it. And I kept saying, I really want to throw up. I want to go throw this up so bad, but I won't. I'll tough it out. But oh. And then everybody's like, dude, you're wrong. Noose is great. I wish I had one right now. I'm like, don't you see my face? I look like the fucking creature from the Black Lagoon, man. I'm all fucking green and gilled up. I just can't fucking move. And they're just like, no, man, you're incorrect. Fat guy who enjoys food and has great taste and has been eating really good food for his whole life. You're wrong about Noosa. And look, maybe I'm wrong about Noosa on the whole. Maybe choosing coconut and pineapple was the wrong move. Maybe it was too sharp of a flavor. I got a fruity flavor. I could have done that. Or maybe it's just that it was warm and sitting on my fucking desk. I don't fucking know. Maybe it was the combination of Noosa, Chobani, and Green Banana. Maybe Noosa's such a stuck-up fucking yogurt, it's mad that it had to share a stomach space with Chobani, and they went at it. The banana might have just shown up and was a fucking bystander. Maybe the banana's a peacemaker. I'd chew fucking 5 bites of banana. They get down there and just trying to break up the fight, and Chobani and fucking Noosa are going at it down there like nobody's goddamn fucking business. Who knows? But I do know that you guys like it, and that's fine, but I fucking hated it, and it waylaid me, man. It kicked me right in the balls. And unless you've been kicked in the balls by a yogurt named after a fucking suicide implementation, you have no way to fucking know what it feels like. I was just, and I kept doing that, and I was funny. I was ranting and stuff, and people are just like, we like Noosa, shut up. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? God damn it, I'm the talent. Everybody fall in line here and tell me you hate the yogurt I hate. But nope, they chose Noosa over me. Everybody in the chat room. Not one person defended me. They're all like, you're wrong, man. Noosa's great. I have it for breakfast. I wish I had one right now. And then there are people like, I'm eating yogurt right now, and it's Noosa. It's so delicious. And I'm like, you sons of bitches. How dare you? How dare you turn on me? Why? We're all supposed to be in this together. Can't you know what? Be nice to me. I should have laid my head on the monitor, right on the camera. Please be nice to me. And you could all stroke my hair and everything would be fine. But no, instead you taunt me and tell me about your yogurt loves. Bullshit, man. Not a fan. So I got sick eating that yogurt on Tuesday, and I did not feel good. And so then even when I signed off, because then I played GTA 5, which I had never played. And here's the thing. I think I've told you, I get video game sick sometimes. Like my brain gets frozen because my eyes are moving too fast and all this shit. My inner ear, whatever. I don't even know how to fucking explain it. All these twists and turns and a lot of quick movements, and I wind up getting nauseous. And I start sweating. So sure enough, I'm playing GTA 5, and it's good in the beginning, and I'm making it work. But then, I mean, by the time we get to the second chase, I can feel it. I can feel my stomach. And I don't know if it's the yogurt talking or what the fuck, but I start sweating. It's the same feeling I've had when I watched my mom play Doom or I watched anybody play Call of Duty up close. It's just a thing where my brain, it doesn't process it properly. Now I know what you're thinking. Maybe if I took all the walls out of my brain and I let it work together as a unit, it would be fine. However, I don't think so. I'm not going to agree with you on that. Regardless, I'm watching the show. And I'm playing the game, and I'm trying to follow along. There's a one where you have to go back and get a motorcycle. We have to chase a guy on a motorcycle through the entire streets of Los Angeles, and then we finally knock him off the motorcycle. I have to get the motorcycle and drive it back to the dealership, and then I'm being chased by fucking people. And dude, it's just a fucking, it's a chase game. That's what it is. You're killing people, you're dealing drugs, you're doing all sorts of crazy shit, and then but you got to do fast quicks and turns. Like I will tell you this, I tried to follow the traffic laws for a little bit while I was playing. At one point, I came upon a robbery, and I called a cab for the robbers because they're like, hey, man, can you help us out? I called a cab. And a dude in the chat room named Satan, he comes in all the time, and he's like, are you calling a cab? I am fucking crying right now. And I'm like, I don't know. And he goes, they're robbing a bank. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. They won't get in my car. I don't know. There's no way to talk to people. And what am I supposed to say? If I say, hey, fellas, get in my car and I'll help you. But what I realize is if you just get in your car, they'll get in the car with you. But I called the cab twice before I realized that shit. I thought it was funny. I'm like, all right, I'll call you fellas a cab. The shop owner is on his knees. He's got his hands behind his head, and I'm calling a cab for these motherfuckers. So if the cops come, we're finished. And then the cops, of course, came, but I was able to elude the cops in whatever car I was fucking driving, an Audi or whatever the fuck. They changed all the names, but it's definitely an Audi. And then it was like some Irish dude named Paddy McAllister. He's like, hey, call me if you want to do another robbery. My gold! And he ran off. He left a shillelagh in my car, though, so I'm sure I'll meet him later. But in this chase with the motorcycle, man, I felt it. I started to get sick. Like, I mean, I felt bad from the yogurt. I wasn't going to throw up, but I wanted to throw up because it would just get that fucking alien being out of my goddamn body. I just wanted to fucking launch it. But later on, I actually was sick and felt like I might throw up when I was doing that final fucking chase. And in my head, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, is this the yogurt talking? Is this the game talking? Is this the game and the yogurt having an unholy alliance to fuck me up on camera in front of everybody? I don't fucking know, man. All I know is I had to end the game there. So I finished the motorcycle chase, and I was 2/3 of the way through the motorcycle chase, and I even said out loud, this fucking chase needs to end, like right now. I didn't tell everybody on camera that it was because if it didn't, I was going to throw up. But finally, we were able to drop the motorcycle off at the fucking, and here was all that bullshit. Actually, let me tell you, I'm going to fucking give away a spoiler. We get all the way back to the dealership, and I meet my guy, my accomplice in crime, and he goes, hey man, I'm taking this bike for myself. We're not even turning it in. I'm like, what? And then he drives off. I'm like, why the fuck did I even bring it back to the goddamn... Because he made me drive it back to the dealership. So I get to the dealership. He's like, yeah, man, I'm going to keep this. And he drives off. So now I'm standing there with my dick in my hand going, what the fuck just happened, man? So instead, I went to the strip club. Now, in GTA 5, you can go to a strip club. I didn't realize that. But here's where video games... Look, because, I mean, I remember in the old days, the car would rock and do a bunch of nonsense. Things have changed a little bit in Grand Theft Auto 5. You can go to a strip club, and then there's a woman, you can just start throwing money at her, and she gets down on her hands and knees, and she gives you the pussy shot. Now, she's wearing a thong and a top, but then a girl walks up to me, she's like, you want a private dance? I'm like, yeah, sure. It's $40. We go in the back, she's topless. And I mean topless. I mean nipples. I mean fucking, basically naked. And I mean, this is so real. They've even got the scars for her tit job. I mean, it's like right above her fucking nipples where they have to do that. The bad tit job you often see in strip clubs, they got that. She's got the scars, man. And then she's grinding on you, and then it's another contest. There's a bouncer watching you, but when he walks away, you're supposed to put your hands all over the stripper, and because there's a bar on the screen. Like, I don't know. When I play these games, I don't do any fucking research. I just jump in and start playing. So there's a bar in the bottom right-hand corner, and it's like Chastity, I think was her name, or whatever the fuck. So when you touch her, the like bar goes up. And it means that she's liking you or you're liking her. I don't fucking know how they worked it out in the algorithm. But then you can hit an X button and talk to her and flirt with her, and the bar goes up. So as you're touching her and flirting with her, you're bonding with her. Like I bonded with my horse in Red Dead Redemption 2. It's the same thing. You feed him some motherfucking oatcakes, you give him a fucking brush down, you say good girl, and the next thing you know, you're fucking her in the trunk of a car. Well, with this stripper, man, I'm touching her, and then the bouncer sees me touching her, and he's like, all right, don't touch the girls, or whatever the fuck, because he gets mad. So you have to time it to when he walks away, then you're doing it to fill the bar up. So then the dance ended, and it's like, you want to continue with another dance? And I wanted to end the game, quite frankly, because I was only trying the strip club at the end, and also everybody's like, dude, you can't show the strip club on Twitch because you got banned forever. And I'm like, well, fuck, that's ridiculous. It sounds silly. But also at the same time, Twitch is blocking out the music from the radio, which is a copyright issue. And I get all that. I mean, it makes sense. But I just thought you played games and whatever the fuck. But I mean, I did the strip club. I thought, it was a mission that I had to complete because I have to figure out what the fuck it is. If there's a strip club on the map, you're supposed to go there for some reason, right? So I wound up leaving the strip club. Then I ended the game. But I was still sick. Even let's put it this way: I calmed down in the champagne room. That's where I fucking. I was like, all right, my stomach calmed down. I'm feeling better about myself, and I had to end the game anyway because we've been there for fucking 5 hours. So I ended it. And it was funny. People in the chat room were like, "Oh, you're ending right after the strip club, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, something just came up that I got to take care of," which was my way of saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna go run off a batch to a fucking polygon. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I jerk off to fucking 100 polygons with a scar tit?" So sure enough, I leave the strip club, and then I end the stream. But then in my head, I'm like, well, all right. So then I actually, I went back in the strip club to see what would happen. So I go back into the strip club, and then I get another dance, and then it said get a double dance. So I thought it meant have her do a second dance. No, it brought another stripper in. So now I got 2 strippers dancing for me. I'm wasting whatever money I have. The bouncer leaves, and I'm touching them, and I'm talking to them, and both their bars are filling up. And does this mean I'm gonna be able to fuck both these chicks? So one girl's bar fills up, and I'm just about to fill up the girl's second bar, and the guy sees me. The fucking bouncer goes, all right, that's it. And then 4 bouncers lift me up and throw me out of the goddamn club. I land right on my hard on out front in the cement. God damn it sucked. But I wanted to see because I don't know how far this goes. You know what I mean? So I wanted to check it out and at least see exactly where it went. And then, of course, I go on the internet and I read that thing about filling the bar up and you can actually take them home and fuck them. And I'm like, what the hell, man? This is a fucking video game. There are kids playing this game. I'm outraged at 52. I'm not. I don't care. Society's over. But I got through my yogurt sickness, and that was important. I went ahead and fought it off. And I don't even know how the fuck I started telling you that story. Why did I even get into that fucking story? So I was talking about privilege and throwing shit away and not being able to throw food away. Well, I'll fucking just tell you, then I went to, I got, that's what I was fucking telling you. I got home, the whole point of this, why this show's coming out on a Thursday, because I paralyzed myself. I didn't do anything. I still haven't gone shopping. Tuesday, I was full, like I said, vim and vigor. I planned to get shit done. So I got up Tuesday. And I had to do 4 loads of laundry. I had to fucking, I had to wash some hang-ups, which, I air dry my shirts. So I wash a load of hang-ups and I wash a load of fucking whites, and then I wash my sheets and I change the bed sheets. I'm doing my house, man. I do my dishes. Well, there were no dishes. I did them before I went to Arizona. But I get, I sweep the floor, whatever the fuck. I clean my apartment. All right. And I do some laundry because I got up at 9:30 because I readjusted my schedule in Arizona, man. I was getting up at 9:30 and I was fucking hanging out with my friends and it was totally fun. And then I was, so I'm like, all right, that's how I got to live my life. I got to be up by 9:30 to be in the gym by 10 or 9 to be in the gym by 9:30, whatever the fuck. I got to make it work. So, sure enough, man, I Tuesday, like I said, I was up, I was ready. I took a fucking shower. I went out and I ran errands. I did all the stuff I needed to do. I washed 4 loads of laundry. And, I will tell you this, I washed the loads of laundry while I was doing stuff in my house, and then I brought them in here, but I hung the shirts up, but I didn't fold the clothes. I put them on the, I have 2 baskets. So I got one basket with whites and sheets in it, and I had the other basket with the darks in it. The dark clothes. So I know how to do laundry. Shut the fuck up. Nobody come after me. I got Tide Pods. I got Downy. I sound like Brody. Enjoy it. Tide Pods and Downy. Get the job done, Schmidt. Positive push. Through the dark clothes. Hang the shirts. Air dry, Schmidt. Best for them. So I, you got it. I got to shut up. All right. So I finished my laundry and I go out to run errands. I had to take my recycling in, because I drink so much fucking bottled water. I got so many bottles and I'm going to get some cash, man, some filthy lucre. So I go and I run those errands, and that's when I got the yogurt. But I'm thinking the mistake I made was I got the yogurt first, and then I had to go to the bank, and then I did the fucking dropping off the recycling. I was out too long with trunk in the car, yogurt, god damn it. But sure enough, I got home, and then I had to get on the stream really fast, and then I ate the bad yogurt, and then I went, oh, and I felt like shit the whole fucking time. And then I finished the stream, and I was sick from the game, and I didn't feel good. I went to the strip club and finished that last mission, whatever the fuck, and then I just didn't feel good. And so, you know what I did? I sat down, and then I sat down, and I went to bed because I wanted to sleep in the bed with new sheets. Oh, I love new sheets. Is there anything better when you change? I had flannel sheets on the bed because it had been cold, but now it's become warm in California, so I changed it to regular sheets. And I also took a cover off the bed. I know you're wondering about that. I sleep with a top sheet and 3 covers. I have like a thin, kind of a white cotton cover, which is nice. I don't know. It's probably not cotton, but it's nice. It's a little lacy, Brady thing. But then I got a down comforter, and then I got like a fuzzy cover. And all 4 of those, the top sheet and all that. I sleep under those, and I cocoon myself, wrap myself up. I make a house. As you may know, I lift my feet up and tuck myself in. So I'm in a house, and I lay there and I sleep. But now, with the weather getting warm, I took the flannel sheets off, but it was ready to take them off anyway. It had been a week or whatever the fuck. And then I put new sheets on, some very nice, 600 thread count, possibly 800. I don't know. I'm fancy. And then and I took the down comforter off. So now we just sleep with fuzzy cover, and we sleep with white cover, and we sleep with top sheet. And I love sleeping in beds with new sheets and new linen. It's just the best. And also the laundry was done. I felt good about it. Except, like I said, Tuesday night I finished and I didn't feel good in my stomach. So I sat there and I read. And I ate some spaghetti and meatballs about an hour later because, again, I figured, well, maybe this will do it. Maybe I'm just not hungry. Maybe I'm hungry but not really hungry. So I ate spaghetti and meatballs. And then I just sat there. And then I wound up going to bed at like 1:30. And then I was up reading my phone, and then I got sucked into like a trivia contest. Dude, I didn't go to bed till 4:20. 4:22 is when I went to bed on Tuesday night, and I had to be in the gym Wednesday morning. So I got up Wednesday, and I'm like, all right, I got to do a podcast. I got to do a live stream today. I told John I got to be out of the gym at a certain time. He's like, I can't go until 1:30 today. Well, that gets me out of 2:30, and then I come home late for the stream, and I hate doing that. So I'm like, look, we got to go like earlier then. He goes, how about 1? I said, great. He goes, all right, get there, hop on the treadmill. I'll be there as soon as I can. He got there at fucking 1:30. So then we worked out, we work out for $1.15. hour and 20 minutes or so. So then that's fucking 250. So then I leave the gym, and I had to stop and get more yogurt on the way home yesterday because, again, I didn't go shopping. Dudes, that's what I'm saying about being a man. Tuesday, I was going to be a man. I'm going to get all my chores done. I'm going to get all my shit done. I'm going to go and stream my live video games, which a man always does. And then I was going to go shopping Tuesday night. I was going to fill the house with food. Like I said, I got recipes. I got the keto book. I got other things I got to do. My friend Jason sent me a chicken recipe for the Instant Pot. I'm excited about these things. Taking care of my life, rebuilding, and going ahead and fucking cooking for myself. It's an exciting time. And then Tuesday, guess who showed up? Me, old Mike, who's like, you don't want to do any of that stuff. And by the way, you're not good at any of your comedy stuff. Remember that? You're bad. And so it's been a 2-day fucking cashier. Like, I've done nothing, man. So here we are Thursday. I'm recording this show for you guys. I have to write another embarrassing note on the fucking Discord and everything else and just go, hey, man, don't kill me. I'm a little late. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, goddammit. I'm trying to fight it off. I'm not miserable. I'm like, boo-hoo, you suck. I know I'm great. I'm fucking awesome. It's just I need to get a handle on things, man. And it's really hard for me to get a handle on things. I'm trying. It's 52 years of behaving like this, and then it's all small incremental changes, but then I go back on them for 2 weeks, and then you fall back into the bad habits. I need to fucking, so that's why I might need a boss or a fucking handler. You know why? I'll tell you what, right now I'm looking across the room. I'm recording at my desk. I'm looking over into my living room area, in my very spacious living room area. You know what I see over there? 3 loads of fucking clothes. Unfolded. I washed them Tuesday, motherfuckers. I washed my clothes Tuesday, and now I've got them, and they're still sitting in baskets. I haven't matched my socks. I didn't fold my boxer briefs. They're all just sitting over there. Why? I had all day yesterday, man. Even when I finished streaming last night, I finished at like 8 o'clock. I'm like, all right, I got a podcast. And then I had more spaghetti and meatballs because I had a lot of meatballs, motherfuckers. Believe me, I had a ton of meatballs I had to go through. So I had spaghetti and meatballs to fucking eat. And then, sure enough, I could have folded clothes. I could have done, I got to write people. Yeah, and this doesn't make you happy. I know this doesn't make you happy because there are people I owe texts to. There's people I owe emails to. And you're like, motherfucker, you're sitting down eating spaghetti and meatballs, staring at clothes when you could be texting me a fucking note. I could have gone to a rooftop party last night. You know what I did? I did nothing. I didn't even fold fucking clothes. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with me, man? And it's frustrating. And it's that thing where I laugh at myself, and then sometimes I'll even tear up, and I go, Jesus, why aren't you doing this? Why? You fucking know, man. Do it. Grab the reins. So that's why I said I might need somebody, a handler or a boss, somebody to move in here and tell me what the fuck to do. In the old days, they had like a manservant or a butler or some shit. And granted, you ordered your butler around, but if you had a trustworthy butler, I need a fucking Alfred. I don't need like fucking Jeeves who just polishes my shoes and goes, you're the usual, the Maxell butler, your usual, sir. I need a fucking Alfred who tells me what the fuck to do, who wakes me up in the morning with fucking English muffins and goddamn orange juice and then puts me in the shower and washes my balls and then fucking dresses me up in my bat armor and I go out and do whatever the fuck I gotta do, man. I need somebody to fucking, so I'm hiring. That's my point. I'm hiring. Who the fuck wants to move in with me? Who wants to be a fucking manservant? Who wants to be my Friday? I need a guy Friday. Or a gal Friday. I need a gal Friday. I need a personal assistant who can come in and do all the shit that makes me do the things I'm supposed to fucking do. Now look, I recognize this is bullshit, and as a grown man I should do my own things, and this is me just kicking the can down the road, but also am I kind of looking for companionship or somebody to hang out with? Yeah, because I was in Arizona with my friends last week, and it was the fucking greatest. I had a fantastic time in Arizona with my friends. We did fuck all. We just did nothing. We got to town. You know, I got to town on Wednesday in Arizona. I was in town Wednesday and I went to dinner. I went and saw my friends Justin and Mary, who are fucking fabulous. And I went to their house. They invited me to stay at their house to get their dogs, Funchess and Mookie, who I fucking love. And I'm petting their dogs. I'm getting dog hair all over me, and I didn't fucking care. That's another thing that's changed about me, man. 10 years ago, I don't want to pet your dog. I'll be nice to it, but I don't want to get near it. Now all I want to do is I just want to fucking hug a dog forever. That's all I want to do. It's weird how my life has changed so much I was going to say 10 years, but actually more like 5 or 6 years. In the last 5 or 6 years, things have changed a lot. Now, I'm making some improvements, certainly in the behavior thing, but it's not enough. I backslide and all that shit kind of happens. But as far as like myself and the things that I want, you know what I mean? Like I truly thought I'd be with Jill forever. Well, that didn't fucking happen. So now I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I can't say the word forever because I don't know. Nothing lasts forever. I don't know what the fuck anything's going to be. You know what I mean? Even if I got a dog, that's going to die someday. Even if it outlives me, then I fucking die. So that sucks and I leave a dog alone. That'd be terrible. I had a fridge die on me. I got all sorts of stuff. Nothing lasts forever. So you get in your brain, you're like I said, I've always got that small bracket of how much time I got left. So I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this. And then I hide for 3 days and don't do a fucking thing. So I need somebody to come here and just jam their spurs into my ass and tell me to get fucking moving, baby. Riding crop. Because I wrote it on the Discord, and our Kiki, a listener to the show, she's a friend of mine. She's like, hey man, could that person keep you in line with the riding crop? Just asking. And I'm like, you know what? You got a better chance of that riding crop making me do a lot more than fucking stay in line. I'll be honest. But yeah, I just I don't know. I don't know, because I mean that's why I created the Fit Brigade, was so I could be someone who was accountable to people. But you're not accountable to anybody until you're accountable to yourself, as we know, as I've talked about a million fucking times. And that's the thing, is I don't want this to turn into this every week, even though it seems like it does, where it's some weird drama where I'm like, well, I can't do this and I haven't done that and boo-hoo and what the fuck. And it's not boo-hoo. It's not. I'm not whining or crying. I'm just saying it as fact. I need to fucking do something about it and snap the fuck out of it, baby. In Arizona, dude, that's all I want to do. We went to Arizona, so I saw Justin and Mary, and then Goebel, fucking Paul Goebel and his wife Brooke. We all went to a place called Culinary Dropout for dinner. And I didn't know where I was going to stay, and I asked Paul if I could stay, because I had to ask, because Paul didn't offer. Last time he offered, and then I had to kind of ask Paul, because I was like, hey, man, because I had no idea where I was going. And our buddy Zach, who I didn't connect with, I'm so pissed I didn't connect with Zach when I was in Arizona, but I just didn't have the time. I had one day with, like I said, Justin, Mary, Paul. I should have invited Zach to dinner is what I should have done. But we all went to Culinary Dropout. We had a really good dinner. We had fun. And Mary asked me if I could stay with them. Like, she reached out because I said, hey, I'm going to get an Airbnb, because Paul said no. Because I asked Paul, because he had his in-law, his dad, his father-in-law was there, and he had no room. So I'm like, all right, so I'll get an Airbnb. And then, of course, then I go to look for those, and there's like, hey, $35 Airbnb. And I open it up, and they're like, but the cleaning fee, and then the light key, and then the key fee, and then the electric fee, and then the water fee, it's $71. I'm like, well, just fucking list it at the price you're going to charge, please. There's no cleaning fee. I'm there for one day. Yeah, you got to change the sheets. That's worth fucking $15. Get the fuck out of here with your nonsense. Airbnb, Uber, and Lyft, everything's going down the fucking toilet. This fucking ridiculous gig economy that lets people set their own prices or let a company slash fucking rates by 25% and fuck the drivers. Fuck that, man. Give jobs back to people, you fucks. So, hey, quit renting out your mailbox as a one-bedroom space. Jesus, fuck you, dick. Nobody wants to sleep in your linen closet so you can make $11. So Mary was nice. She was like, well, you can stay with us, but we don't really have a room. We've got an office with a bed in it that I'll crash in if I'm working late. And I'm like, well, you're super nice. It was a futon even. And so then I get there and I visit Justin and Mary. I'm petting the dogs. We go meet Paul and Brooke for dinner. We have a fucking great time. It's good to see Paul. He's happy. He's hosting a game show thing that he does. And that's his fucking element. That's his strength. Comedy and game shows. He combined them and he made them into a fucking show that he does at this goddamn place in Phoenix. Good for him. Fuck, you know, I'm happy for Paul. I want him to be happy. He's a good guy. Helped me out and it's a couple of times and I really needed it. When other people could not, he stepped up for me when he also could not, but he still made sure he did. So Paul and Brooke, and good to see Brooke too. She's on her fucking sabbatical. She's learning about art. She's just fucking painting and expressing herself. And I love it. I love to see people enjoying themselves and living to their capacities. That's what they should be doing. So good for Paul and good for Brooke and good for Justin and good for Mary. Justin's been here a few times. I told you I went to dinner. One time I recorded in a hotel room with him. Just a good guy and a great friend, and Mary too, just fabulous people and really nice. They reached out. They let me stay at their place on Wednesday after Culinary Dropout. I stayed up talking all night with Justin, and then I didn't crash until fucking like 2:30. And then she had to wake me up at 6 because she works in the office at 6 a.m. She has to be online. And she goes, you can go sleep on the couch. Well, I mean, I went to bed at 2:30, 3 o'clock. She woke me up at 6. And by the way, the most comfortable futon I've ever been on. She's even like, it's really lumpy. I don't know if it's going to be, dude, I was tired from traveling, but at the same time, super comfortable, and I was just fucking out, man. I laid my head down on the pillows, and I was gone. And I slept a solid 3-hour chunk. Normally, and that's a good sleep sometimes. If you get 3 hours that's kind of shitty sleep, you'll feel it. But I slept like a fucking rock, man. So then I got up and I went to the couch, and I was going to just sit there and do stuff. But then I remembered, I sat on the couch, I'm like, all right, I'll sleep until I can get a shower, and my buddy Eric's picking me up at 8:30. Or 9:30. He's picking up at 9:30, I think. So I sit on the couch, and then I went, oh, fuck. I haven't even filled out my NCAA bracket yet. And I needed to fill out my NCAA bracket because it was part of a competition we had at the house in Arizona. Now, I know what you're thinking to yourself. A competition? How could you have a competition among friends? Well, that's what we do. Did you just do a pool, Mike? No. No, I didn't just do a pool with my friends. Folks, the house we stay in Arizona has a how do I explain it? It's a palace for me. I mean, it's like I said, it's got that kitchen island, it's a big cutting board, it's got like 5 bedrooms. The bedroom I get is a master bedroom that's got its own bathroom. There's these big leather couch sectionals. There's a giant TV on the wall, and more importantly, there's a pool and a hot tub out in the back. But also, there's an AstroTurf putting green outside, off the backyard. There's a ping pong table in the garage. All of these things that they had last year, we saw, and then we were like, we didn't really put them together. They had a dartboard. We're like, we got to do something with these. So then last year when we left Arizona, I was made the food and beverage coordinator. Mex put together an executive board of all the people who go out there. And Jimmy O, my buddy Jimmy O, was made the entertainment and gaming coordinator. Well, I took my job fucking seriously as the beverage guy, food and beverage guy. I found restaurants. I gave the guys a list of like 20 restaurants they wanted to pare down, and that's hard as fuck because they were all like, I think talked about last week. They're like, I'm in for whatever. So I just made some choices. We decided we were only going to eat out one day. We were going to cook most of the time at home because we'd have a bunch of leftover food like we did last year. So I ordered a bunch. Dude, when I say a bunch, I mean I ordered a fuck ton of groceries because I gave a grocery list to Dennis, and I said, add anything you need to. But dudes, groceries look different on paper than they do in person. Let's just go ahead and say that. Because when you say 2 pounds of green peppers, and then you get there and you see 2 pounds of green peppers basically fill the entire crisper drawer, along with 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts. And I think I ordered like 10 Vidalia onions, and then I needed 3 white onions for what I was going to cook. And I ordered no less than 10 bags of chips. I ordered 4 bags of potato chips, 4 bags of Doritos. I ordered 3 bags of Tostitos. I got 5 avocados in case we wanted to make a flash guac. I got 5 dozen eggs. I mean, this is 8-9 guys in a house for 5 days, and I got 5 dozen eggs. I needed one for a recipe as well. But I ordered good bread, and it was funny. I ordered all this stuff, and then the thing is, they send the person at the grocery store. They send a kid to buy everything. So I show up, and I needed veal for my meatballs. I needed pork. I needed beef. All this stuff. I needed parsley. And the kid bought curly parsley like you get in your fucking restaurant. I needed flat parsley, dude. But the thing is, I make the list, and I was very specific about stuff. I was like, I need, mustard, nothing generic, no store brand. I want a spicy brown mustard, no Grey Poupon. I tried to be as specific as I could, but I still wasn't specific enough because I said parsley. And when I think parsley, you eat flat parsley. That's what goes into food. Not curly fucking parsley that comes with an orange slice at Denny's. Fuck that, man. But this kid bought curly parsley for my meatballs. I'm like, well, fuck, I got to make it work. He also bought, because I even wrote no salt and vinegar chips. He bought 2 bags of salt and vinegar chips. And I'm like, because last year, that's all Dennis bought. He bought 3 bags of salt and vinegar chips and like 1 bag of Doritos. Dude, I bought fucking 3 things of Chunky Chips Ahoy. I bought 3 things of Oreos. I had a fuck ton of food, man. I had 2 bunches of bananas. And everybody's like, why did you get all this fucking food? I go, because you never know. If you're hungry, you grab a banana. I didn't buy any yogurt, thankfully, but I bought the fucking cookies. Because last year, we ate all the cookies. This year, you know what we did? We ate all the fucking cookies and bought more cookies. We also bought pizzas. We went fucking off, dude. It was fucking, because you know what? It's just a bacchanal. I mean, it's just, you can just do whatever the fuck you want, baby. It's just 8 or 9 guys turned loose to fucking hang out, bust balls, play games, watch basketball, and eat. It was fucking great. And that's what I want my life to be at the end. That's even now, I do it now. I mean, they all have lives and fucking and responsibilities and wives and shit like that. Well, eventually, when all of their wives divorced them, I said, look, we're buying this house, guys. Just get used to the idea. We're buying this fucking house. We're going to live here together. This is going to fucking work. I would do that every day. I loved hanging out with my friends. I think I told you before, I thought of going on a hunting trip with my friends, but it wasn't about hunting. It was about sitting in the fucking cabin and playing poker and laughing. That's all I wanted to fucking do. So we get to the house, and like I said, they got all these recreational things. Well, I went crazy with the fucking buying of the food. I bought beef, I bought steaks, I bought fucking, because I was going to make a summer salad for everybody, so I bought cucumbers and fucking dill. And I wrote fresh dill, fresh rosemary, fresh this, fresh oregano. I needed all that shit for what I was making, because I make real fucking food, man. And so on Friday, we get there, and it turns out fucking Jimmy O has put together an Olympiad of all of the recreational activities that we have at the house. What a fucking genius. He puts together an Olympiad. And look, I know what you're thinking to yourself, well, what is it, the UN of Evil Olympiad? Do you all represent different countries? No, man, fuck that. We transcend that. We transcend countries. We're all one unit. So you know what we played? This is what we called it. This is what we named it. We came up with a name and it fits. We played the Tard Games. We fucking lined up the Tard Games and we played them over the course of fucking 4 days and we determined a goddamn winner. Now, I know what you're thinking here. Don't fucking get it twisted. Don't think Tard Games and think, oh, you fucking guys, whatever. No, dudes. TARD is an acronym. Max came up with TARD Game. He came up with the acronym Totally Awesome Recreational Dudes. Boom! And it was the TARD tournament, baby. The TARD Games. The Totally Awesome Recreational Dudes competing. Competing in ping pong. Competing in poker. Competing in your NCAA tournament pool. Competing in billiards, competing in horse, because it has a fucking basketball court at this house, competing in golf horse, where you got to make stupid fucking golf shots on the putting green, and also competing in, and I don't know what you call it in your part of the world, I would call it cornhole. But I guess they call it bags in some places because cornhole makes them giggle because they think it's an anal sex competition. Now, I'll tell you this. We discussed having an anal sex competition. It was voted down 5-4, and I don't blame them. However, we did play bags in the backyard. So we had tournaments set up, and it was me and Jimmy O and the big guy and Ak and Woj and Eric and Mex, and I'm losing somebody. Who the fuck else was there? Woj, fucking Woj. There you go. So, yeah, we had 8 dudes basically all the time. There's only like 6 of us in the house. In the house, it was me, Jimmy O, Woj, Dennis, big guy. Me, Jimmy O, Woj, Dennis, big guy, Mex. And then Ak and Eric live in Arizona, so they joined in. We had a couple of guys from last year, Kenny and Chris, who had to back out. But, and I'll think about that, by the way. I bought the groceries thinking of 10 dudes. And I don't know, I don't know, I was thinking of 10 dudes or even 12 dudes. Well, there was 8 dudes. And 2 of them didn't eat dinner, or one of them didn't eat dinner with us sometimes. So I'm like, I just bought all this fucking food, man. It was crazy. I pictured this poor kid just rolling up with 47 bags of groceries going, I hate these guys. I hate these fucking dudes. But we played ping pong. We played horse. Like I said, we had the Tard games. And fucking Jimmy O had a bracket. There were point levels. You could, if you finished in the top 3 in any event, you got certain points. And you're working your way to a medal in the Tard games. Now, I know what you're thinking to yourself. Where did I finish in all of these games? I'll tell you this. In bags/cornhole. We got home Friday night after being out. Well, let me tell you about Friday. We got up Friday, and we wanted to go to a Sox-Angels game, which was fucking fantastic. And I can see Mike Trout anytime I want if I want to make the drive to Anaheim. But the other guys don't get to see Trout very often unless he comes to town to play the Sox or the Cubs. So they were excited to see Mike Trout. He had just signed his big contract. And first at bat, first inning, hits a 3-run fucking homer. It was gorgeous. It's like exactly what you would want to see Mike Trout do. You're like, oh, fuck. If he makes a great defensive play too, fucking perfect. But you want to see him do something spectacular, and he fucking just laser beamed a goddamn home run to left field. It was gorgeous. So I was happy the guys got to see that. And after Friday, we went out. I had picked a restaurant called Crujiente. Crujiente, if you want to look it up on the web, in Phoenix. Fancy taco house, man. And they had fucking lamb tacos, they had shrimp tacos, fish taco. I mean, but fancy, like fucking. They had a 35 hour aged ribeye or fucking Wagyu fucking cap. They had a carrot cake taco for dessert. All tacos, all homemade tortillas. And we went to this joint. We just fucking drank and ate like motherfuckers. Our bill was like $400, but it was awesome to just call your shot and just get fucking ceviche and get fucking homemade queso and get some salsas, homemade chips, dude. It was fucking fantastic. So we ate there at Crujiente. We get back to the house on Friday night, and it's dark. And I walk in the backyard, and there's the cornhole set up, the bags. And I look at Jimmy, I go, this is the only fucking shot I'm making this. I said, this is the only shot I'm throwing this week, so I'm going to make it a good one. And I fucking swished it. I fucking threw a cornhole bag in the air and fucking swished it. Only shot of the weekend, I said. And Jimmy O just fucking died laughing. We go inside. He's like, Schmitter just fucking buried his only cornhole shot of the week. Oh, man, it goes unbelievable. Should have seen Schmitter. That's my Jimmy O. Oh, man, Schmitter just fucking buried his only cornhole shot. It was fucking awesome. So we go inside and we hang out and we just watch games and we laugh and we talk and we're fucking busting balls. It was so perfect. And then the Tard game started on Saturday with round robin tournaments. Now I will tell you this, we played bags and cornhole. I wasn't going to compete because I'd already made the one shot I thought I was going to make, right? So I said, fuck that. I can't do no more, as our friend fucking Barry Sobel would say. Confused Barry Sobel and Pauly Shore all the goddamn time. But I can't do no more. I couldn't. But instead I said, fuck this. I'll go compete. I saw how good I was. So in the first round I got fucking Evil Dennis. And I grabbed the bags. I'm like, all right, do we do a thing to fucking see how and he's like, you can go first or whatever. I go, all right, fine. I go, dude, I warn you. And I wanted to throw a sky high bag, like really, like fucking 15 feet in the air and have it just land on the board. I was just like, fuck this, man. Just like a softball pitch, a 12-inch softball pitch. So I was like, all right, dude. I whipped it in the air and it came down and it landed in the gutter of the house on the roof. And it was that thing where you just throw it in the air and you just hear smack. It just lands on the fucking roof. And then you just hear fucking Dennis just start his fucking ridiculous laugh. And I go, that's a little rough. And Jimmy O just goes, dudes. So of course it would have been my humiliation with just Jimmy and Dennis there. But of course he has the fucking Jimmy. Oh man, you're not gonna believe it. Schmitter just landed one on the roof. His first bag shot of the fucking game. And so I reached up and I took it off the roof because it was at the low point, thankfully, at the apex. I didn't throw it all the way up on the roof. I'm not fucking tossing a pizza in fucking New Mexico. I'm landing a bag on the fucking near the gutter. And then my cockiness quickly evaporated as it turns out that Dennis was for some reason really good at bags. I mean, not even that I was bad. I mean, I certainly didn't perform well, but the rules of bags, even if you land on the board, if the other guy gets one on the board, it neutralizes yours. So you're trying to score more points than you can neutralize, whatever the fuck. I lost bags 24-0. And it was 21-0. It was 20-0, and then I had a point coming, and I knocked my 1 point on myself. I accidentally knocked my own point off the board, and then Dennis, for good measure, swished his last shot. So it went from 20 to 24 in a blink. I got fucking smoked in bags, so I finished last in that. In the NCAA tour, so who won bags? I think Eric won bags, if I remember correctly. I don't have a lot of the results. I have my results for you, because I know you're not, nobody gives a fuck what anybody else did. This is my show. I'm the talent. We played NCAA tourney. We had our pool, and I believe Woj won it on the last game of the weekend because we didn't play the whole pool for the tourney. We played just the games that we were there for on the weekend, and UC Irvine determined it, and he and Mex were the last two guys, and then he wound up winning it because Mex had Irvine and he had Oregon. So the tourney went to Woj. We played ping pong, and I haven't played ping pong in 25 years, and that's light. I played Mex in the first round. He beat my ass 21-16, and he moved on. We played golf horse. So it was me against Jimmy O. Or no, me against Mike. Me against Dennis against Mex. No. No, right? Me, Mex, and Ak and Dennis. Maybe it was a 4-man tournament. Yeah, because then it was Eric, Jimmy O, Ak. Yeah, it was all right. I think that's how we did it. It doesn't matter. I fucking lost. I couldn't make a shot. I made dumb shots. Like I lined up 12 golf balls all next to one another, and then I putted a golf ball into the first one to knock the other one into the hole because it was right next to it. But everybody made that one. Then I invented the alley-oop golf shot, where you putted, and then you tried to run it down and tap it into the cup on the other side. Now, I never made one, but then Dennis, he dined out on that the rest of the goddamn time. And he would set up like weird goalposts to tap it between them and shit like that. He was fucking dominating in the Tard games. Den was looking good in golf, so I think, he beat me. They beat my ass. I fucking finished last in golf. I finished last in bags. I finished like 5th in the NCAA tournament. In poker, I finished last. Now you're thinking, Mike, you play poker all the time. Well, it was a Hold'em tournament, and the big guy can't be bluffed. The big guy just kept fucking wailing. And I had ace king, and the big guy keeps betting into me and shit like that. And then, and so was fucking Eric. He's betting into me. And then if he flips his cards, he's got ace king, but he had the nut flush that he got on the river. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I lost. And then I went all in, and the big guy kept betting me with a jack. He had a fucking jack. But I was the first guy eliminated. And then it was funny. I went into my room and I'm on my computer, and Jimmy comes out and he goes, "Hey man," he goes, "Duff beat." I'm like, "I played that right, didn't I?" Because Jimmy plays poker, he plays tournaments. He goes, "Yeah. What are you gonna do? Fucking Eric had the ace, he had the nut flush. Nothing you can do about it." I go, "Yeah." And he had ace king and I had ace king. I got beat on that. I go, "But when I go all in, why is the big guy pressing me with a jack?" And he even looked at me. He's like, "I got to stay in." You got to stay in with a jack? But he did. And then he hit a jack on the goddamn river, and he won the fucking thing and knocked me out. But I played it right. That's all you can do in poker. So I lost in poker. I finished last in poker. I finished last in bags. I finished like 4th in the NCAA tournament. I finished last in ping pong. I finished last in golf horse. But I took the fucking gold in the Tard games in pool and billiards. You're goddamn right I did. Now, is it because Dennis scratched on the 8-ball and Mex knocked the 8-ball in his fucking tournament in the finals? Yes, but I don't give a fuck. That's a gold medal, baby. Give me the golden Tard. And then, we played horse outside, and it was me, Mex, and Jimmy O, and Craig had already won his heat, so the winner had to play Craig in the finals, the big guy, and I dominated Mex and fucking Jimmy O in horse. And afterwards, Mex is like, "Oh, I should have done this, I should have done that." I'm like, "Yeah, you should have, because you lost." Take that, buddy. Because I have here's something, I can palm a basketball. So like my first shot, I palmed it, and then I shot one-handed, but I didn't call it. And guys are like, "You can't call palming because we can't palm the ball." And I'm like, "All right." But then I would call one-handed shots, like all over the court, because that's how I shoot, is one-handed, because I never learned how to shoot a two-handed jump shot. So when we would play with the smaller ball, I could palm it off the dribble at the L Dome, and I would fucking hit one-handed shots. So I fucking schooled Jimmy O and Dave, and a lot of that was because David had Jimmy O after him, so he wasn't putting me out with any shots. But then I was able to fucking eliminate him, which was fine with me, because one-handed shots, again, it's. I mean, I would hit one-handed jumpers from like 20, not even 20 feet, 15 feet maybe, whatever the fuck. So it was me and the big guy, and we went into the fucking we went into horse on Sunday. And we had, you get a free throw for the first shot. It was crucial I hit the free throw, because I had to hit the free throw to get the first shot so I could start doing my one-handed magic. Didn't hit the free throw. And Craig, the big guy, who, despite the fact having a blood type that is Tombstone pizza sauce, he's really good at these games. He's that bar dude who's like really good at darts and fucking euchre and ping pong and all that shit. He dominated the Tard games. Fucking big guy vaporized me in horse. Now look, he's much better than me in basketball anyway. He's been playing since he was in high school. He still plays in rec leagues and shit. He's that 52-year-old guy who hits two-handed set shots and calls game. You know what I mean? He's just really good. He can hit fucking turnaround jumpers and little sky hooks and shit. The old man crafty stuff. And I'm just trying to hit one-handed jumpers to stay the fuck alive. But look, with me, you hit a turnaround jumper, I'm dead. Because if I do a turnaround jumper, I'm going to fall down and break something. So I was trying to keep up, but he beat me. This is not a joke. He beat me in 90 seconds. He hit his first 4 fucking shots. And we didn't play horse. We played dunk, I think. We played goon. We took a letter off because otherwise because 3 guys were playing. It was a time limit. But Jimmy had the fucking bracket and it rolled down. So I think Big Guy was the overall champion of the fucking Tard games, baby. So he is truly the totally awesome recreational dude. The rest of us are all just trying to catch up on next year. But we had the greatest time, dudes. We went to that fucking taco joint Saturday. We grilled. We went to the fucking Cubs-Rockies game. I bought a peanut butter and jelly bacon burger that they had at the fucking stand, which is good. Sunday, we cooked. We finished all the Tard games. We watched games, and then I cooked. I made a summer salad the first night when we had steak. And it was a little onion, some celery leaves, some fucking cucumber, and you make a dressing with the sour cream, some lemon, some oil, a little salt and pepper, a little garlic. I mean, it was fucking delicious. I was proud of myself. And it gave me confidence because I can go home and do this for myself. You can make a fucking salad. I just never do because I don't put the time into it. But when I wanted to do it for them, I wanted to impress them. I wanted them to tell me my summer salad was good. I wanted to contribute. I wanted to be part of it. I wanted them to like it and me. I know that sounds ridiculous. But that's why I would cook for Jill. Like, I loved her so much, and I wanted to just I made carnitas, and I made fucking tortilla soup. I wanted it there waiting for her when she got home. That's love to me. I guess I'm a Jewish grandma. Maybe I'm an old school Jewish grandma. Maybe I'm your bubala. That's who I am. Look at me. I'm the 40-year-old bubala. That's who I am, for fuck's sake. Don't fucking look at me as anything but that. From now on, I'm the 40-year-old bubala. Jesus Christ. And I'll make you a soup that'll fucking make you love me, goddammit. So then Sunday I cooked. I made meatballs and red sauce. Homemade red sauce. It's a simple recipe. I did it last time we were there 2 years ago. And then I made meatballs, homemade meatballs that I have a fucking recipe for. And, and it's by that time Craig had flown home. The big guy had flown home. Ak wasn't coming to dinner. E wasn't coming to dinner. So it's just me, Woj, Mex, Evil Dennis, and Jimmy O. And we also had a 4-pound salmon in the fridge. We hadn't even opened. So we cut the fucking salmon. We're trying to get rid of all the leftovers, man. We cut the fucking salmon into fillets. And Dennis and Woj, they fucking bread it with crushed Doritos and dill. Just rolled it around in some nacho cheese, Doritos, and dill to make a crust on it to go put on the open grill. Woj grilled the meat. He cooked all the old leftover steaks, all the bratwurst, all the Italian sausage. I ordered so much fucking food, dudes. And then I made homemade meatballs. Fucking, you fry them up, get them all fucking, get a crust on them, then you put them in the oven. You cook them in the fucking red sauce. So then there's pancetta in the fucking meatballs. Pancetta or bacon. I use pancetta this time. And so then the meat, the fucking fat dissolves. It's just fucking, dude, it's so delicious. So I made the meatballs, and then we feasted on those. But we didn't finish them. So in the morning, we're all bailing to go on our flights, and I'm like, I can't throw these meatballs away. Who wants them? Nobody wanted to take them. So I said, fuck it. You know what? I normally throw shit away, but I can't do this. This is veal and pancetta. These are fucking meatballs, baby. So I fucking threw them in a freezer bag, and then put that in a freezer bag, and then put that in foil, and then wrap that in foil, and I put them in my suitcase. I said, fuck this. I'm flying home with fucking meatballs. So then I get to the airport. After the fucking amazing weekend that was goddamn great, Craig brought home the Tard Gold. It was just fucking beautiful. And I can't wait to do it again next year. And I want to do it 3 times a fucking year. And I just want to move in with all those dudes. Fuck it. Let's do it and laugh. Because otherwise, then I come home here and I sit in my apartment. I stare at loads of laundry that I haven't fucking folded. And I think, God, I could probably make some meatballs or play the Tard games. Maybe if I made laundry folding a Tard event, I would go ahead and do it. But then I get to the airport. I go through security and they flag me. And the fucking security guy pulls me over. He goes, all right, looks like you got a big something here. I go, it's meatballs. He goes, what? I go, it's meatballs. He goes, really? And he opens the bag, and it's a big foil package. I go, I'm serious. It's meatballs. I made them over the weekend. He goes, I have never seen this. I've been doing this 11 years. I go, great. But I promise it's meatballs. And he goes, hold on. And he calls 2 more people over, like a guy and a chick, and they come over to look at it. And he goes, all right, well, we're going to open it. I go ahead. I go, but it's 2 layers of foil and 2 freezer bags. So sure enough, he opens the lid. And I will tell you this, I'm glad I told him it was meatballs because there was some sauce on the fucking foils. It looks like blood, of course, on the inside foil, not on the outside foil. I wouldn't put it in my suitcase if there was blood on the outside foil. I'm not an animal. So he unfolds that. He unfolds this. He opens the fucking bag and he looks. He didn't go all the way in. And I was like, I offered to take a bite, you know, and he goes, no, we're good. That's fine. And we wrapped it up and go to put it away. And he goes, at least they're not explosive. And because I don't even know why I said it. I mean, it's just me and him. And he's like, at least they're not explosive. And I said, well, not before you eat them. And in my brain, I went, I might be a dad. That was a dad joke that came flying out of my mouth. That was a dad fart joke at the goddamn airport because I wanted to impress Brush Mustache. I don't know why I said it. It was like, that's beneath me. You know me. I'm not that guy. But it was just so embarrassing to open up the fucking meatballs and make it all work. 'Cause I even offered them to take a bite. I was like, you guys would have one. And like, no, it's fine. I go, they're just too good to leave here. But literally, he's like, at least they're not explosive. And I go, yeah, not before, at least not before you eat them. And I'm like, I don't know why it came out of me. And I was like, hi. And he's like, oh, and I'm like, oh, I just felt dirty. I felt dirty inside. It was terrible. But I rolled them up and I put them in my bag and I brought them home and I've eaten them for the past, now it's Thursday. I finished them off last night. I ate them Monday night. I ate them Tuesday. I ate them last night. And then I also, because I do this, I eat when I'm trying to avoid doing this show. It's fucking terrible. When I want to avoid work, I eat. So I made a bowl of fucking spaghetti and meatballs last night at 3:30 in the morning. So dumb. And then I stayed up till 7:30 thinking, well, you got to do that podcast. You got to do that podcast. And then I fell asleep again and I woke up at fucking 12. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is wrong with me? All right. So the bottom line is Arizona was badass. I need a handler. I need somebody to come here and crack the fucking whip. Now, I won't need it when I move in with the guys. But I mean, but why can't I got to bring Arizona Mike home. I got to bring Arizona Mike here to LA. I got to cook for myself. I got to be up at 9:30. I lived my best life in Arizona. And now I've got to bring that here to the West Coast. Now, granted, Arizona's sort of the West Coast. Maybe I do my best work in a racist state. I don't know. Maybe that's what I got to be. I got to be in a place where they don't like Martin Luther King in order for me to be the best person I could possibly be. I don't know. But I tell you now, going forward, I want to be better. Going forward, I want to do the best I possibly can. Going forward, as we all know, there's missteps. And we try to make sure we don't make them, but I'm trying to do the best I can to get a handle on myself and my life, and I promise you, I'm doing it. I'm making the effort. I'm choosing between boy and man, and Jesus Christ, right now I'm the slash in between, and I can't figure out. Sometimes I'm boy, sometimes I'm man. I'm a man boy. I'm a boy man. It doesn't matter. When you got an apartment with 3 loads of clothes sitting on the fucking couch for 3 days, you got to realize that that's the boy in you. But the man in you would fold it. At least the man in you did the laundry. The man in you ran the errands and did that. It's all in me. I'm multifaceted. I'm everything you could possibly want in a man boy. Go ahead and line up. Look how good I am in fucking horse. Jesus Christ. I want a silver and horse and a golden pool. I'm everything you want. I came in 5th place in the goddamn card games, baby. That's who I am as a guy. Love me, please. You guys can get me at Mike at MikeSchmidtComedy.com. You guys can be my friend at Facebook.com/the40year-old-boy. You can follow me at Twitter.com/the40year-old-boy. I'm also at Instagram and Snapchat at Mike40YOB. I'm on the PS4 network at Mike40YOB. Find me on there. Also, we have a Discord now that you can go ahead and jump on. If you want a link, it's on the Joker's page on Facebook, or contact me via email. I'll send you the Discord link and you can become part of the discussion. I think we had like 50 people in there now, which is kind of fun. I stay signed in all the time, so I think people think I'm there lurking, but I'm not, I promise. But I will pop in occasionally and check what's going on. If there's a discussion, I'll say something. But it's not like I'm doing anything better. I also don't want you to think that I've got other things going on, because I do not. I clearly do not. However, you can go ahead and be part of my Discord there. We got a Twitch discussion. We got an HQ just for everybody to talk in general. There's a podcast discussion. And I'd love to have you there because it's cool to hear from people and see what they like and what they don't like. And I know what they don't like is getting a show on Thursday. Let me apologize to you right now again. We have Ryan Dirks, who does all the web stuff for the show. He's the coolest. You can contact him at Facebook.com/Ryan Dirks and tell him he's great. And of course, David Hernandez does all the mechs and he does all the mexing. Certainly he does all the mexing, but he does all the artwork and the music for this show. You can find him at artbydmh.com. You can find him at Facebook.com/DavidMexHernandez. Be his friend on there. But again, the artbydmh.com is really the important thing, because that's how the man makes his livelihood, for fuck's sake. So you want to go ahead and go to that site, because he can do any art you would want him to do. You want him to paint you, paint your friends, paint your dogs, paint your cats, paint anybody you want him to paint. He can work in oils. He can work in watercolors. I'm sure he does some sort of chalk rendering on a sidewalk for you. He'll double dutch at your house, whatever the fuck you need him to do, man. What you want to do is go to artbydmh.com and check out the work that he's done in the past, his Valscapes, his Gycons, anything else he's created for anybody else. And you'll see exactly what style you want something created in. And I tell you now, you can't stump the fucking guy. Whatever you come up with, he's going to be able to bang it out and make it look fucking great. So go to visit him right now, please. Again, like I said, be his friend at facebook.com/David Mex Hernandez. But also, most importantly, go to artbydmh.com. That is artbydmh.com.
Good times for a change. See, the gigs I've had can make a good man turn bad. So please, 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 let me get what I want this time. Haven't had a dream in a long time. See, the life I've had could make a good man bad. So for once in my life, let me get what I want. Lord knows it would be the first time. Lord knows it would be the first time.
So I know I'm always in your pocket. I'm always asking you for dough, and I don't mean to be that guy, but this keeps me alive. This is my job, or at least I like to think it is. I'm my job. Did I do a poor job at being me this week? I was a lot me, and I was a lot new me. Whatever the fuck. I'm not going to devolve into that rabbit hole. I'm not going to delve deep into that, but I'm going to tell you this. Like I said, I'm in your pocket a lot, and you guys support me via Patreon. All the things I'm about to plug. But before we do that, I want to plug a friend's project real quick. Our buddy Pat Francis, whom you may know, is a good guy, a lovely friend, a longtime friend of mine, over 20 years. And he has done a documentary, a fun documentary where I think it's called Lifting Up America. I don't know the name of it, quite frankly, but he did a thing where he and a friend of his, they lifted across America. Literally, they left Los Angeles and they went to Boston, and they only took rideshare. They only took Lyft. I don't think they took Uber. They might have. I don't know. Look, I don't know the rules. But I know this movie exists, and I know that there's an Indiegogo for it right now. And if you want to go ahead and help fund him, you can find it right now at Indiegogo. Just go ahead and search Lift Across America or Lifting Up America. Why don't I look up the name before I start plugging my friend? That would be a really good idea. Let's go. I'm going to have to type here online. What a joke. I apologize, everybody, while we're doing the show. I should probably start over. But let's do it one more time. We're typing. We'll see if it comes up. All right. No, let's see. All right. Pat Francis. Will that be a search term? See, this is bad. So I would have told you guys. Uplift. There you go. All right. So you want to go find the address for it is indiegogo.com/projects/uplift a new documentary. Now look, you don't want to do that. Just Google Uplift, UPLYFT, and the name Pat Francis, and it will come up. He has got 25 days left to fund his project. If there's any way we can help him out with even a couple of bucks, that would be fantastic. Now, you guys are always nice to help me, and I appreciate it. And I feel weird asking you to give more money to other people, but I mean, we're all friends, and we're all trying to take care of one another. So he's doing Uplift, a new documentary, 2 friends, 1 cross-country trip, 30 Lyft drivers, and a lifetime of stories. That's my friend Pat Francis, available now at Indiegogo. Please fund him. Let him get it going. I know he worked really hard filming. He's doing the editing, all that kind of stuff now, and he could use your backing. I backed. Why wouldn't you back? You're my pal. You're my internet chum. And if you can't, I totally get that too, because I mean, it's nice enough that you back me. And if you don't back me, well, what the fuck are you doing here, man? No, I'm teasing. Whatever you can do is great. I like you listening. But I also like you, everybody who gives any money at all is fucking cool. So if you can do that for Pat, Like I said, Google Uplyft, UPLYFT, and the name Pat Francis and Indiegogo, I guess, and that would all come up, and you could go to his page and throw him a couple of bucks and help him out with a project that he was really proud of. When he got home, he was so happy. So please help him get his project underway. He's got just under a month to get it funded, so let's do that. As far as my plugs, well, you know what they are. Who uses Cameo out there? You're a Cameo person? You downloaded it to your phone and you want me to leave a message for you or your pals or even people you don't like. Why don't you buy a Cameo for somebody you hate and let me on board with that? I can do that. I'm good at spewing hate via the airwaves. I think. I've never exactly tried it. Except my hate is directed at like fucking plums. I mean, nobody wants to hear me get mad at, well, fuck that. Everybody wants to hear me get mad at plums. Maybe you don't want to hear me get mad at your stepson. But I'll do it. Whatever you got to do, if you pay the Cameo price and you get me on board, I'm happy to go ahead and leave a message. Download the Cameo app to your phone. You can find it in the iTunes store or whatever the fucking garbage store Samsung uses. I'm sure it's in there as well. And I think you go to bookcameo.com. You can see there's a million people there you can book. So you can book them too. I'd prefer you booked me because then I get some money. I don't get any fucking money from anybody else that you book, but perhaps you see a name there that appeals to you. Perhaps you see somebody there you really like. I understand Debbie Gibson puts a lot of efforts into her cameos. She actually sings. She'll do shit like that. So fuck, you know what? Order Debbie Gibson's Cameo. I don't know how much it is, but fuck, she's the one. Go for her. And if she tell her to do like a signed Playboy thing. Debbie Gibson was in Playboy. Tiffany was in Playboy. She was fucking hot in Playboy. They both were. Look, any naked woman is hot. Let's be honest with ourselves. Really? I mean, you can't, nobody, if you put a woman in Playboy, she's fucking hot. The end. Nobody looked at a Playboy girl and go, ew. They fucking, because I'll tell you what, even if she's from fucking Venus and she's got a vagina on her forehead, they're going to Photoshop the shit out of her and you go, I would fuck the shit out of that forehead. That'd be fucking great. You don't give a fuck. If they airbrush out her tentacles, you'll totally fuck the shit out of that chick. I'd rail a Venusian. Why the fuck not? So anyway, the point is, on Cameo, although I guess this isn't really the point. You can book anybody, man. Book Debbie Gibson, book me, but especially me. I need the money. Debbie Gibson doesn't need the money. Again, she posed nude for money. She's got all that fucking Playboy money she's still spending from her hot ass in the distance. Although she probably still got a hot ass. Make her prove it. Get a Cameo and make her prove she still has a hot ass. There you go. It's worth it. We're all whores on that website. I'm sure she could fucking pull that off. Do not ask for me to prove I have a hot ass because I will prove you wrong, no matter how much you pay me. All right, so sign me up on your Cameo. I can send a message to you or your significant other or to your friends or your family or your enemies, whomever the fuck. If you want me to sing a lullaby to your baby or tell you your dog he's a good boy, I can do that too, as long as you pay my price. Download Cameo to your phone and find me on there. Google me, find me. Look me at Book Cameo app, whatever the fuck. Go ahead and find me and hire me, please, to say good things or bad things to people you love or hate. Who wants to be an Uber driver? Who wants to be a Lyft driver? Why, I understand this. If you're a Lyft driver, there's the possibility a famous Hollywood person may take your car and make you drive them to Boston. Holy fuck, why wouldn't you want to do that? If you want to be a Lyft driver, use my code. It's all capital letters. MIKE 720057. Mike 720057. 720057. Mike 720057. That's my code. If you want to be a first-time Lyft rider, you can use that code and get me some credit as well. But that's mainly if you want to be a driver. No, it's fucking not mainly. You can use it for everything. If you want to be a driver, use that code. Mike 720057. All caps on the mic. And if you want to be a first-time rider of Lyft, use that code, and I get a spiff off of that. I forget how much it is. Hey, how about Uber? Does that appeal to you? I don't know if there's any documentaries about Uber out there that are favorable. There might be some that are bad. This is Jones. Jones sleeps in his car when he's not driving. Jones still can't afford to pay his insurance and the rental fee for the Uber car provided him by the company. Just a matter of time till those start rolling out. Wait till Netflix gets their claws into fucking Uber. The only reason Netflix wouldn't destroy Uber in a documentary is because they recognize that they're both startups trying to fucking grind everybody. So Netflix is be like, well, game recognized game. We can't expose Uber just yet. Let them get a foothold, and then we'll write some bad shit about them. But Uber exists. If you want to use my code, it's all lowercase. DJZW1YTTUE. That's DJZW1YTTUE. That's if you want to be a driver for Uber as well. And there's I get like fucking $800 a person now, depending on what city you're in. So do that. So I don't have to fucking leave my apartment. And don't go, well, Mike, we're doing good. We're making you leave your apartment. Shut up. And if you're a first-time rider, use that as well. DJZW1YTTUE. That's DJZW1YTTUE. All lowercase on the letters, please. Become an Uber or a Lyft person today. We got a YouTube channel. That exists on YouTube. It's youtube.com/the40year-old-boy, I believe. I don't think it's Mike40YLB. But either way, just Google Mike Schmidt YouTube, and you'll get a lot of the baseball player and then some of me. But Google the 40-Year-Old Boy YouTube channel. That'll be even better, and you'll find it on there. Subscribe to that channel, please. As I've always said, it's a work in progress. There's more podcasts coming. There's fucking clips from Twitch. Everything that I've ever dreamed of and more. As soon as I can fucking fold my laundry, I'll get right on it. But that's coming. So go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel, just so people, I still get subscribers. I still make some money. They see that it's happening, and they don't fucking ban me. I don't want to get banned by anybody. And I know I got to do a fucking live stream on there eventually, another live stream on YouTube. Maybe that'll get you to subscribe. Maybe I'll do a YouTube live stream. Will that get you to subscribe? Tell you what, if I get 10 subscribers in this week, I'll do a fucking live YouTube live stream next week. How about that? I'm going to do one anyway, probably eventually. But still, if you become a subscriber, 10 subscribers to my YouTube channel, 10 new subscribers, and I'll do a fucking live YouTube chat. That means nothing. And 10, what a fucking woeful number. Logan Paul has 8 fucking million followers. I'm looking for 10 people and I can't get it. I'm busted. I can't get 8. He's got a million times more people following him than I would have. Jesus. All right. So go ahead and follow me on the YouTube channel. Why not? And you know what? We got sponsors of this show. Have I fucking mentioned that? You're goddamn right I have. The Paranoid Strain podcast is a sponsor. I love them. I love Fearful Jesuit. I love the show. I love what they do. And by they, I mean he. He's kind of the brains of the outfit. Now, look, of course, he's got Dana there. She's involved. But you want to go ahead and listen to this show because it's fucking amazing. It's different from this. This is me yelling about yogurt and plums, like I said, for about fucking 2 hours. Who the fuck cares about that when you can have a meticulously crafted takedown of Alex Jones, a meticulously written and researched piece on the Denver airport and all of its fucking crazy devil stuff? Please go listen right now to the Paranoid Strain. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe in the iTunes store. Just the voice of Fearful Jesuit is enough to fucking make you want to listen. And here's the thing. He's got the kind of soothing voice you could sleep to, but you don't want to because you just want to hear what he's going to say next in his brilliant script of a show. So fuck, man. It's kind of a weird dichotomy. You can relax, but you can also listen about scary stuff getting debunked by our man, the Jesuit. He's fearful. And you can find him, like I said, go ahead and write him an email it's paranoidstrain@gmail.com. Or it might be theparanoidstrain@gmail.com. You think I'd probably realize that's the guy's fucking paying me to put me on the show. But still, you can find him. He's out there. You know what? BC, you do this. Write to theparanoidstrain@gmail.com, but CC paranoidstrain@gmail.com and see what the fuck happens. Write him a note. And also leave a note in the iTunes store saying you learned about the show from me because it will make him happy and make him continue to want to give me money to be broadcast on this show. Even though we're friends, yes, I charge him because I'm a terrible, terrible person. Just like you guys are my friends, and I still pitch you to go ahead and donate money to me. Why would I fucking do that? I tell you to give money to Pat. We're supposed to be pals, and I got my hand in your pocket all the goddamn time. Weak, I say. Weak sauce, as the children of the day would say. Voice getting a little gravelly. So please go ahead and listen to the Paranoid Strain. It's right now in the iTunes store. Subscribe. And write him a note. Like I said, new stuff is always coming out. I think it's every couple of months he pulls out a fucking new episode and he just blows your fucking doors off, man. This is a quick hit, this last one. But he'll have another one that's more of a full length next time. And it's just gorgeous. It's just him tearing the lid off of everything, just exposing this fucking sham of a world we live in. So please give Fearful Jesuit a day in court and follow the Paranoid Strain. Go ahead. I think he's on Twitter and all that bullshit too. I don't know if he doesn't pay me to plug that. He pays me to plug the show. Go ahead and comment in the iTunes store how much you love it. Write him a note how much you love it. And make sure you mention us because it makes me look good in his eyes. It makes him think that he should continue to go ahead and do business with us. Please, please, please. Go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com. That exists. If you go there and you lurk around and look at some cool paintings by our friend Mex, but also you head over to the merchandise page, which is the Joe Business page, as you know. Now there's stuff there for sale you probably already own, but get this. There's an Amazon link on there you can click on and go ahead and shop. We get money, they get money, you get stuff. It's a perfect triumvirate. Works out great. It's a three-handed triangle, everybody holding each other's wrist. And you get it done, man. It doesn't cost you anything. You're just over there fucking taking care of business. You're going ahead and buying whatever the fuck you were going to buy. Just taking the 10 seconds to find the link helps me out and gets me some money whenever you buy something. So please use the Amazon link that you can find over there at MikeSchmidtComedy.com on the merchandise page. Do all your shopping. It costs you nothing. It gets me everything. I love it. We get money. They get money. You get stuff. And I'm happy. Patreon exists for this show and others, but I'm more concerned about this show. The Patreon page supports any live stuff that I do, any of the podcast here. I know I'm late today, and you're going to dock me Patreon pay, and I don't mean to be that. You're all my bosses. I get it. But you're nice and understanding, and I appreciate that. You're benevolent masters, and that makes me happy. And I'm getting better. I will be better. I promise. The boy is fading, and the man might stick around. Who knows? So please become a patron of Patreon. That would be great. And I will tell you, it especially would be great because this month, for some reason, I took it in the ass. Jesus Christ. I think I've lost like $250 this month. So I had a goal. I was like, if I can get over 1,000, that'd be great. And I did for like 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden, boom, it just vacated. And that's what Patreon is. It's a living, breathing thing. It's an organism where people give money, then they leave, and circumstances change. And I get it. I'm not bitching at anybody. I totally get it. But when you count on things or we look at stuff in numbers, I have a general ballpark number and I'm always around it. So that's all that matters. But if you want to jump in and kick it and juice it a little bit, that'd be fantastic. Go to patreon.com/the40year-old boy or Mike40YOB. I forget what it is. Just Google Mike Schmidt and Patreon. You'll find me. You can become a member. And again, I have plans to make things happen on that page as well as soon as I get my goddamn laundry folded. But still, if you want to become a patron, that'd be fantastic. Thank you so much for everybody who's ever thought of me and signed up and given money. Even if you've left, thank you so much for giving money as long as you did. I appreciate it very much. And you're very cool for thinking of me and even supporting this show. Like I said, this supports this. It supports Twitch. It supports any live stuff I might do. And let's talk about Twitch. We got the Twitch channel. If you're not a follower or subscriber over there, you can subscribe to the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Those are all different money amounts. But also, if you're an Amazon Prime customer, you can subscribe to the Twitch channel with a Twitch Prime subscription, and it costs you nothing, and it gives me like $5, which is fucking great, and it lets Twitch and Amazon know that things are happening between me and their channel and you guys. It makes them know that I'm a hitter. So please, it costs you nothing other than searching for the goddamn link, which they don't make easy, and you got to renew it every month. But still, the very fact that you would subscribe to me in Twitch on a Twitch Prime subscription costs you nothing, gets me $5, and makes me very happy. Subscribe to the channel anyway. If you follow the channel, it costs you nothing. You'll know what I'm on. Come in and check out what I do, and if you like it, then you can subscribe. If you don't, that's fine too. But subscriptions are there. Following is there. The Twitch channel is there. I'm doing GTA 5 this week, as you've heard, and eventually I'm going to start working in more scary games and older games. And oh man, there's a lot of eventually in this fucking show, as there always is in the plugs, but I promise you, it's never far from my fucking mind, man. That's all I do is kill myself over it, but it's going to happen. It will, it will, it will. So become a Patreon patron, because live stuff, as I mentioned, I'm going to be in Canada this summer in August. I'm there for 10 days. I think I'm there the 6th through the 16th. We're talking about skydiving. We're talking about going to Iron Maiden. We're talking about going to escape rooms, multiple escape rooms, and axe throwing. It's going to be fucking beautiful. Cool restaurants and food and Canadian fun, and just sitting in a backyard around a fire pit and talking and fighting off fucking mosquitoes, having a citronella party. Let's fucking do this, man. If you want to get together for any of that stuff, our buddy Kenny Fairhall on Facebook is on there. If you go to the Westside 86 Jokers fan club page, you can look. He's got a link posted. He mentions things, and also you can join the Discord. There can be a Canadian trip Discord if you guys want to join on there and discuss and make plans and figure stuff out. That's cool too. But whatever, man, just get on board and come see me when we're in Toronto. Like I said, I would love to do a show when I'm there. I don't know if we have a venue or not. It might just be hanging out and having fun, but I'm a fucking joy to hang out with. You don't need me to be doing a fucking show to fucking hang out and talk with me. That'll be fucking great. But I'm happy to do a show as well. Even if I wind up doing a show in fucking Ken's backyard, getting up and telling some stories, or I could sit in a chair maybe, or I could not tell stories and we could just hang out, or I could get a theater venue like a fucking professional. Who the fuck knows? But it exists. The Toronto trip is August 6th through the 16th. And I'll be there, man. And wherever you guys are, you can come and join us, and it'll be fucking fun. It'll be great. We got a ton of stuff planned. If you want to go to Maiden, you got to write Ken, because we're going to get tickets. All sorts of neat stuff. Skydiving, like I said, shit that I really, really want to do with a lot of cool people who I really want to see. So please, if you can be in Toronto or in Canada around August 6th through the 16th, make arrangements and join us. It'll be fun. I talked about Pat earlier. I'll tell you this. When I was in Arizona, my buddy Dennis is like, hey, I watched The Dirt last night, because The Dirt came out. And I had already seen it. I can tell you this now. I saw a screening of it a couple of weeks ago. I couldn't talk about it on the air because it was an NDA and all that shit. But I saw it before it came out, so I've been sitting on this for a while. And also I'm sitting on this because eventually I'm doing a show with Pat. Pat asked me when it came, he's like, when this comes out, you want to watch it? And we'll do a Motley Crue show, and we'll do all their albums, and then we'll also talk about The Dirt. And then I was like, well, wouldn't it be funny if we also read excerpts from the book? And he's like, I could probably get Siegel to do that, whatever. I don't know what they're planning, but eventually I'll be doing a rock solid show on The Dirt. Oh, and also, let me tell you this. I forgot to tell you this last week before I finish. I was on Battleship Pretension. I recorded Battleship Pretension with our friends Tyler and David. It's not the new episode. It's the previous one before it. You'll see my name when you download it. And we wound up talking about wrestling and wrestling movies and shit like that. It was totally fun. It went just where it was going to go. He didn't have a plan when I sat down, because I hadn't really seen a lot. I just said, do I need to see any movies? He's like, well, what about Cold Pursuit? I go, I already saw that movie. And I hadn't seen Captain Marvel. So we just started having a discussion, and then it ventured into wrestling territory, as it will do with me. Ask any of my Tinder dates. I've never had a Tinder date. I've had one a million years ago. But yeah, so anyway, I didn't talk about wrestling with her. All right, so here's the thing. We want to talk about wrestling and wrestling movies, and it devolved into the best wrestling actor and the best wrestling movies, all this cool ass stuff. So Battleship Retention, you can find it in iTunes store. Download it, subscribe to their podcast anyway, because they do a very good show. But I was on it 2 weeks ago. I forget what they called it, but it was there, and it's an hour and a half of me. Rampage, you can talk about wrestling with a couple of guys who, one guy who knows his wrestling from when he was a kid, and a David who is trying to keep it on track with movies. It was totally fun. I love going on their show. I'm glad they always think of me. So please download Battleship Retention and listen to me ramble about wrestling from 2 weeks ago. And in the future, I'll be on Rock Solid talking about Motley Crue, but I want to talk about it a little bit now. If you haven't read the book, you got to read the book first of all, because they left some of the most horrifying things out of the movie. But the movie itself, I'm going to do this now on my own show because I don't know when we're recording with Pat, but I'm going to tell you this. I wanted to hate it. I thought I was going to go in and hate it and then be just like, whatever the fuck. Here's why I wanted to hate it. This is the only reason I wanted to hate it. And I don't like hating things, but I only wanted to be able to go and say Bohemian Crapsody or Bohemian Rhapsody. I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to call it. I was like, I hope it's bad so I can call it Bohemian Rhapsody. That's going to be fucking great. And then I see the movie and I really fucking liked it. And I'm seeing people online who, there are people who also really liked it, but there are people who hate it. It's very polarizing. People are just like, oh my God, best leave that in the 80s. And Motley Crue are fucking monsters. Yeah, they are. And they don't pull a whole lot of punches in the movie. They show you that they were fucking idiot monsters. I've joked around. I did a show once where I was talking about them. And I said, these are fucking 4 heroin addicts who have millions of dollars because they could play 3 chords and they made it happen. Well, fuck, I can't even get off my ass to do with podcasts to get it to you by Thursday fucking morning. I can't shit on these guys. So I watched the fucking movie. And look, it skates on a bunch of shit. There's no doubt about that. But the guy who plays Tommy is Machine Gun Kelly, a rapper. I didn't even know it was fucking him. Dudes, that guy was fucking great. He was Tommy Lee. The guy who's Nikki Sixx is Nikki Sixx. The Vince is a little weak. The Mick Mars is just there for comic relief, and he might be that way. I don't know much about Mick Mars, but if you read the dirt, you get the idea that he's kind of that guy, the stern fucking old dude, and it was fucking fun. Watch the movie. And they do a thing, the first 5, I don't want to give it away, but the first 5 minutes of the movie, it's got shitty narration. Now I'll tell you this, it's not a good movie. The dialogue is crappy and it's written just like Bohemian Rhapsody was not a good movie, but it was fucking great to watch the music on screen. I saw it on the big screen and it was fun. Well, The Dirt is really fucking fun because it's basically Bohemian Rhapsody, but it's got, I couldn't even say, I almost said shitty. It's basically Bohemian Rhapsody, but with a fucking, a lesser band that was just debauchery assholes. It's fucking, it really plays up the whole, hey, it was the 80s and we fucked everything that moved, and it's just, I'm going to sneeze. Fuck, I can't believe I'm going to sneeze. I apologize. Oh, man, I'm going to have to cut that out. Oh, man, I'm going to have to cut that out. But I will. I'll cut that out. You don't want to hear me fucking sneezing. I'm going to write a time code when I sneezed. Jesus Christ. I ruined it. I had momentum. I was almost out the goddamn door here, and look what the fuck happened. But you got to see it. It's really fun. Fuck this. I can't. There's no more talking about it. It's a good movie, and it's fun, but I just sneezed. I ruined the show. This is over a 2-hour show, and I just ruined it with a goddamn sneeze at the end. I buttoned it with a goddamn sneeze. My nose has been my enemy. It was my enemy in Arizona with fucking Stonehenge. Now it's my enemy here. It was snuffed all fucking the beginning of this show, and now it's making me sneeze at the end. My nose is rebelling against me. My nose is fucking angry at me. It's like, dude, choose boy or man. Right now I got a boy nose. It's sniffly. It's sneezing for no reason. I got to have a man nose, prominent, eagle-like, pointing north, looking forward like a goddamn shark fin. But no, instead my fucking nose sneezes and fucks up the rest of the goddamn show for you, for me, for everybody. Now I'm sorry. I apologize. You know what? I'm not even going to post this. I can't fucking post this show. That fucking nose just fucked everything up with the goddamn sneeze, and it scrambled everything, and it made everything that came before it fucking moot. This is a moot show. This is a moot show thanks to a sneeze. That's a sneeze that mooted this fucking show. You know what? This is the show that was killed by a sneeze. You heard of the man that shot Liberty Valance? This is the sneeze that destroyed Mike Schmidt. It just fucking came here at the end. It ruined what I thought was a goddamn perfect show. Fucking bees unleashed and rolling and talking about topics. No real stories, but that's okay. I fucking made it happen, even though I'm recording on a Thursday. You know what? This is a strong show. Maybe I record on Thursday from now on. Maybe that's how I handle my business. Maybe instead of having the show come out Thursday morning, I record it on Thursday and put it out Thursday afternoon. Maybe I need to wait that one extra day. That's what tips it over into greatness, goddammit. That's what tips it over into the best. That's what makes you love me even more. If I tip it over into fucking greatness with a Thursday record. Hear me out, everybody. Thursday record, Thursday post, posting the same day as I record, fresh as the day is new. That's how we gotta fucking handle this. It's gonna be perfect. Go ahead and fucking line up at your iPod vagina on a Thursday afternoon and wait.
Fuck you, Schmitty. You don't come to a throne if you're not gonna suck a dick.